tripped up slightly on the last lap, but he was not to be beaten. Mo Farah is world 10,000 metre champion again.
And the rumours about a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion are heating up again. This time DJ Jazzy Jeff says talks have taken place and he thinks...
Right, only you have to wait for a second.
That's the latest. I'm Jo Fleck.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Right, so where's that?
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be.
There we go.
Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again.
Tripod trouble, guys.
Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down.
Hello, Alan, watching on Periscope.
Tomorrow I'll just
Keep
keep
it coming
moving
up.
on.
Slowly getting there.
There's a world that's waiting to unfold. A brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll
Here we go. Here we go.
until
Here we go.
you know I'm free to roam.
Ba-dum, 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 bum. Good evening, Alan.
Evening, Kath.
Sorry?
Evening, Ian. Evening, Kath.
Evening, Alan.
Hello, to Kath. I'm watching you on Periscope, but you're not talking.
Oh, that's really filthy.
Yeah.
He's stroking one out.
Oh, gosh. Hi, Alan. How are you today?
Oh, no, man. I've been on my dad's allotment all day today.
Is that a euphemism?
What?
Building a greenhouse.
Oh.
What are you building it out of?
Steel and polycarbonate.
Steel and polycarbonate. Those are my nicknames at school.
I didn't know that.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were indeed, Alan.
Well, what exciting things have we got to start the weekend on this Friday night?
Absolutely nothing. I tell you what, I looked in the papers. Do I sound a little bit distant? Do I?
Yeah, you do.
This is am I hello. That's the right way. I'm talking into the right end of the microphone. John, is it? I feel quiet.
Yeah, I feel quiet.
These things happen. Do we sound quiet to you, Alan?
No, you sound fine. And the picture's good on Periscope.
Well, then that's absolutely awesome. Tonight we've got nothing. I'm going to be honest, there's nothing in the papers. Both Catherine and I are exhausted because it's school holidays, guys, and the kids are hard work. And also, I had a row with, I told Anne Widdecombe to F off today. And I also had a row with an MEP who was a former member of UKIP. A proper blazing row with her when she said, people don't use food banks because they're hungry. If you build them, they will come. I said, get stuffed, you silly mare. Anyway, so we have no content, Alan, for tonight's show.
What about the wild child figures? How did they come up?
The
Wild child figures.
Wild Child figures?
No, the Radio Diaries.
What? Just give them the correct title again.
Wajar figures.
What did you call them?
Wajar.
What did you call them?
Wajar.
Thank you very much indeed. We're not in India. Oh yes, listen. I don't want to make a boast of it again, but we're up 198%, quarter on quarter. Whereas James Wales 300% increases year on year, so that's slightly different. So we're doing better. And we're up to just under 60,000 people are listening to this rubbish right now, Alan.
Oh, that's a bit of a local radio.
Although I've got a live monitor on how many people are listening. I'm afraid your call, we're down to 57,000 now, Alan, as a direct consequence of you.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to have to cut you off.
Thank you.
There we go. Oh, now we've dropped to 56,000 after cutting Alan off. This is awful. This is awful. Good evening, dear listener. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, her Catherine Boyle.
Yeah.
Through the glass is John, and he will take your phone calls if you call in 0344 499 1000. He'll take your details, you know. Did you just do a noisy breathe?
I think it might have been my nostrils.
Squeaky nose time. He'll take your number, give you a call back and put you on. And we're here until 1 o'clock. And I'm holding up to Periscope, if you're watching us on there, I have got a blank sheet of paper because we haven't got anything. Honestly, I went through the papers. Absolutely nothing of interest in the papers at all. It is what is officially known as silly season because all of the politicians are on holiday and there's not really a lot going on. So we listened to a lovely bit of George Galloway, who was on before us, and what a thrill it was to hear him getting loads of calls at the start of the show. I'll be honest, we didn't listen to the last hour because we were watching Big Brother. But when I walked in, the switchboard was rammed with calls. What a thrill to know that other shows are getting loads of phone calls. If you miss George Galloway every Friday evening before me, 7 till 10, it's a cracking show. Even if you disagree with him politically, he's by far and away one of the best people broadcasting at the moment. An absolute pleasure. And I'm going to be honest, Catherine, coming in after him, he always smells so fragrant.
Yeah,
he's got class. He's got class and he's got style, and that certainly can't be said for me, and it certainly can't be said for any of the other presenters that work here. So to walk into a fragrant, and when I say fragrant, I mean like a nice, fragrant studio.
Yeah,
it's a joy.
Yeah,
it's
not the usual odour.
No. Of hashish. Mark's on the line. Good evening, Mark.
Oh, hello, Iain, hi. I was just thinking, Talk Radio is a great station.
But?
And, really, I don't want to sound negative, but you shouldn't be really putting the station down, because that's what Ratner did. You remember when he said his jewellery was rubbish? It turned a lot of people off.
What? Say that, hang on, say that again, what?
When you said that the station was rubbish, just a minute ago.
What?
I didn't hear
You
that.
said that the station was rubbish.
Right, let's pretend I did, although I don't think I did.
Oh well, I must have misheard.
Why would I say...
I said about...
Hang on a minute. Keep that music. Keep the music. Why... Right, okay. Who... I'm so confused here. The phone calls are rubbish, but that's your fault. Who said something else was rubbish?
The guy, was it David Ratner from Ratner's Jewellery said...
He said his jewellery was crap.
Oh, right.
Yes. But I didn't say the station was rubbish. The station's brilliant.
I must have misheard you. I thought you did.
What the hell are you talking about, Mark?
Oh, never mind. I must have misheard. The station's brilliant.
Well, hang on. Let's not get carried away.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's not. I wouldn't say it was brilliant.
Oh, it's a new station on there, isn't it? So it is a good station, and
It's
like,
good. Good. Yeah, it's good. I certainly didn't say it was rubbish. I wouldn't say it was brilliant. I mean, anything that's got JHB broadcasting can't be brilliant. But yes, I would certainly say it was good.
Oh, good. That's good then.
Thanks very much for calling, Mark. What an awkward start to the show. We've just dropped to 55,000 listeners, by the way. What an awkward start to the show. Maybe I should have brought some material in this evening. Good evening, Pablo.
How do?
How do? 3 calls in, and the show is not even 15 minutes old. I hope you're taking note at home. We are playing. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. I've got it. Thank you. We're going to play. We're going to play Caller Bingo, okay? And we're going to call a number of the number of calls we think we're going to get between now and from the start of the show until 1 o'clock, okay? We've had a really busy start, 3 calls in 11 minutes, but that might be it. If you want to phone up, 0344 499 1000, you've simply got to pick a number, and at the end, whoever is the closest, we'll find something to send you. Okay. So Pablo, I'm going to let you call it first. How many calls do you think we will get between now and 1 o'clock?
Now 1 o'clock. 3 in, 3 calls. I'm going to say 30.
Bearing in mind, you might be the last call of the evening.
I'm going to regale you for 3 hours.
Well, no one else may call in. I can tell you now, Pablo, if this helps you make a decision, you're the only call on the switchboard right now.
Right, I'm going to lower it to 25.
There we go, you see. Well done. Catherine, how many are you going to call?
I reckon about 18.
Right. I'm going...
Do you want a prize?
Yeah, we'll find a prize. We'll steal something from Paul Ross's pigeonhole and send you that.
I'd rather not, if that's all right.
I'm going... How many did you say, Catherine?
17.
17?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what? I'm going all in. I'm putting all of my chips on the table. 80. 80.
Shut up.
80.
That's
I'm doing it.
talk.
I'm putting all of my chips on black. 80. I'm saying that between now and 1, we will get 80 calls. We've had 3, so I'm going to keep a little tally here. 1, 2, 3. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number, guys. Make my dream come true of me winning a prize from Paul Ross's pigeonhole. How's about them apples, Pabs?
Oh, it's the Paul Ross's pigeonhole that gives me quivers and shivers.
Oh, no. He's the breakfast show, right? So he gets sent all the good stuff. Tickets, DVDs, books. He gets sent all the good stuff. We just get sent rubbish.
So it's like it's commercial mail rather than it's personal mail.
That's absolutely correct. Absolutely. We would never hand out personal mail from any of the presenters. We're not BBC London, for crying out loud.
I call twofold.
Yes.
Really. One, quite accurate using the poker analogies, because I've just lost a poker. I'm sitting in somebody else's garden after losing a poker.
You've lost your house?
Well, no, I bet the house. I bet chips. It's an easy game, £10 in.
I haven't got a clue how to play poker, and sometimes I think that I am losing out as a human being and as a man because I don't know how to play poker. Well, but then there's different strands of poker. Texas Hold'em, Fat Boy Jim, Chung Yao Fat. There's all these different ones with 5-card studs. There's all these different ones.
Yeah, no, I'm much the same. But I've realised as I'm in my mid-30s now, it's basically one of the only ways you can pretty much secure an evening out with the lads.
Shut up, man. Xbox night.
Well, no, I'm PlayStation all the way, but I know you've had your issues.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's...
okay.
I've got a very poor internet connection, so it's not very good for that sort of thing.
No, mate, for goodness sakes, forget this internet rubbish. You all go around a mate's house and you have a FIFA tournament.
Have you seen how much those control pads cost? They're about 50 quid a...
Have you not got one? Have you got one? Can you unplug yours and take it to your mates?
Yes, you pudding. You go round there. All you need really is 2 good things. 4 if you're going to play something like that. I don't know, racing or something. But just go and have a night playing FIFA.
Take your Wii and play Let's Dance.
Well, it's a potential. Although I found that there's that one that Chris Ramsey's advertising at the minute, where it's you use your phone and you take pictures. That's a bit of fun.
Who's Chris Ramsey? Well, please, can I just say, guys, please don't mention names of people because I won't know who they are. Okay,
He's that northeastern comedian with the mop of ginger hair.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, apparently. But moving away from that, the other thing I'd called about was getting Bernard Cribbins, not Bernard.
Well, stop the clock, Catherine. Can you give us a Bernard Cribbins update because we're on it, but he's not.
they were going to get in touch with us about it, and so I waited a couple of days, then they didn't, so I got in touch again, said, we're still keen to do this. She said, yeah, I'll sort this out, and that's the way it's been going, back and forth.
Well, what I actually meant to say, I did a bit of a flub on the name. It's Barry Crimmins.
What?
He's an American comedian, a satirist, political comedian type. But there's a documentary on Netflix called Call Me Lucky. And it's all about basically how he took on AOL with their little chat groups that they got money from.
It sounds boring.
It's not boring.
It sounds boring. It sounds worthy and boring.
No, he took on AOL, where AOL were taking a lot of money from, like, paedophile groups.
You're making it sound even more boring.
Well, I was going to say it depends which side of your bread is buttered, but that probably doesn't put me in a good light.
You're saying that one of us in this conversation is on the side of the paedophiles, and I can assure you, sir, it is not me.
Definitely not me either, but I will say that Call Me Lucky, it's a really good documentary. He basically took down the AOL.
Okay, he's gone.
We heard you say
that. We got that a man we've never heard of, who isn't Bernard Cribbins, has a fight with Jeeves the butler. 0344 499 1000. We're playing Caller Poker tonight. You've got to phone in and let us know how many calls. This is a good game. I don't know why we've never done this before. It amazes me the amount of rubbish I can just pluck out of the air and think, we haven't done that in 15 years of broadcasting. Call in. Tell us the amount of calls you think we're going to get between the start of the show and the end of the show at 1 o'clock. So far, we've had 3 calls. So the next person could technically phone in and say, well, I think you're only going to get 4 calls. And they could hog the line by being so interesting that we don't cut them off for the rest of the show, and then they win.
Come on, that's never going to happen.
But also, nobody else may phone in. So someone should phone up and say 3. Huh? Why have you gone quiet?
What, so Pablo's the last caller? That's what we leave ringing in.
The next person phones up and says, I think you're only going to get 3 calls.
Yeah, but then they'll be the 4th, won't they?
Well, then the next person then should phone up and say 4.
Oh, I see.
You see my plan? I think there's a plan there. 0344. It's going to be one of those nights, guys. It's been a long week for everyone. And if you're on the summer holidays, you have our sympathies. You have. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what we'll do as well. This is what we'll do. It is summer holidays. You might have your kids up late. Well, let's make this a kid-friendly show tonight. So the bad language, the badinage, the bit of blue for the dads, that's all out of the window tonight. It's a kid-friendly show. If you are a terrible parent and your kids are up tonight, they are more than welcome to come on, and we'll make sure we keep all of the banter age friendly. 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Here comes Paul in Stoke Poges.
Organic entertainment.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking. I used to be a security guard. Work nights.
Do they listen to themselves?
Instead of being at home with the kids watching
TV. People say you should get Larry David on. Yeah, we should do. Yeah.
Watching
That's going to happen.
CCTV.
Is this guy following you?
But now I drive with Uber. I don't have to work on social hours if I don't want to, and I can do and watch whatever I want.
I know.
Brilliant.
No, I think he's tweeting me. What did he tweet?
Or not, at the touch of a button. Find out more at uber.com/driveuk. Uber, where to?
Saturday mornings. Caviar with Tomo, bubbles with Merce. But some cheeky blighters want to ruin it.
I mean, I'm okay with him. Yeah, put him on. Thank you. What did he tweet?
Staying that way until it's won. Predict 6 correct scores and my million's yours. Bang goes my yacht on the Hartlepool Riviera.
There's nothing there.
Soccer Saturday Super 6. Your Saturday morning sorted. Mine ruined. 18 plus entries must be in by 3 o'clock Saturday. T's and C's apply.
There's
He's
no
not following
need to
me.
scream and shout. If there's a U-bend that needs straightening out.
There's a local hero for that. If your lights are leaving you in the dark, there's no need for a rude
Here we go. We're going to get
There's
shitloads
a
of calls
local hero
tonight.
for that. Whether it's
Guys, I'm going to give you some inside info. We've got 3 more calls lined up. So that means a minimum of 6 calls. I reckon I'm going to be on the money with 80. I just feel it. They're going to go... Everyone feels a bit nuts tonight.
Local
I need a poo.
Have you
Yeah, I
discovered
noticed
the
there's a real
award-winning new Citroen
delay
C3? With integrated
between
connected
us.
cam
It's a
Citroen,
7-second
36
delay on
bi-tone
CAF.
colour combinations, Apple CarPlay, and 3 years free servicing. Why not discover it for yourself in showrooms now, or search new C3. Citroen. Features available on selected models. 3-year offer ends after 36 months or if 35,000 miles are exceeded, whichever occurs soonest. Terms and conditions apply at participating dealers only.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Oh, you can play little. I don't think anyone saw the join. And that, it's Johnny doing the pressing the buttons and stuff tonight. And it's always nice to have Johnny behind the glass because we used to work together years ago. But that delay between the jingle and the music is kind of how we're all feeling. We're all feeling tired and lethargic, and I made a mistake. I ordered a big takeaway for me and Kath to have here, and so now not only are we tired and lethargic, but we're stuffed as well. We just want to go and have a little snooze. I'm eyeing up the sofa over there, thinking, oh, I could get 45 minutes on that easily. So I think everybody, the fact that John just did that, and Pablo about 5 times gave us the description of what sounds like a very dull movie. I think everybody is just a little bit out of sorts. I think it's partly the weather. We went to get a coffee.
Shut up.
Oh, there we go. Turn the microphone on. There we go, you see. Listen, if you're listening tonight, just expect the most amateur production and presentation tonight possible. We went for a little walk. We went and got coffee earlier on. And it was still daylight. We went for a walk around the river. You're right.
Is this working?
Now.
Is this working?
Yes,
I know it's working.
And then as we were coming back from the river, we walked through a little underpass. Right? Very well, we just walked from brilliant sunshine into a little underpass where it was darker because it was an underpass. And Kath went, oh, it looks like we're going to get a storm. I said, what? She said, oh, it's gone all dark. It looks like a storm's coming. I went, Kath, we're pretty much indoors. And when we walked out, she went, brilliant sunshine. Oh, yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
It was like being with my nan. Storm's coming. What? 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. If you're new to the show, we know we're getting loads of new listeners every day. Thank you. This is the Late Night Alternative, and it's called that for a reason. We're not going to do the usual phone-ins about Brexit and about Trump, and you can if you want, but this show is a little bit more freeform. It's, dare I say it, a little bit avant-garde. It's certainly a lot more fun. You can call in about absolutely anything. Now, normally, I would have a list of stories from the newspapers, but there is absolutely nothing in the papers at all whatsoever. So, instead, I'm going to try and weave 3 hours out of you guessing how many callers we're going to get before the end of the show. And you know how this is going to work, right? The last 15 minutes of the show, I predict,
a deluge.
We will get a deluge of calls as they try and bump it up to their number. You know and you can do that. You know, if we're too shy of the number you've called, phone in twice. You can do that. You will get on tonight. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go through these. Good evening, Paul.
Hi.
Hey!
I can guess the amount of callers you might have tonight.
Okie dokie.
118118.
So that's 100. No, hang on. I always get confused with long numbers. 118,118.
Yeah, because I phoned them once to ask for the number for directory inquiry.
The most we've ever had before in one show was it 163?
Something like that.
Yeah, the most we've ever had is 163.
You were trying to break the world record.
We broke it. We didn't just break it, mate. We smashed it. So bearing in mind the most we've ever had is 163. You're saying 118,118.
Yeah, because that's the number number to phone, isn't it? 118. Yeah.
It's a number.
It's a bold. You've put your stick in the sand, Paul, haven't you?
Yeah.
There we go. Gatford.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Gatford. We've had 4 calls. In fact, no, you are call number 5.
Number 5. Well, you see, now my guess is a little bit protracted because Kath changed her mind.
Sorry?
She went from 18 to 17 in the course of one conversation.
I'm really tired, Gafford. Are you going to pick holes in me all night?
Whoa! This kicking off already! It's not even 10:30 and Kath's got to come on!
Picking holes, Curly. Just saying. Is it 18 or 17? Because I was going to pick the other.
She's right. Here's the numbers.
That's what I'm asking.
Let me mediate. I am like Kofi Annan. Here are the
I
numbers.
prefer to think of you as Boutros Ghali.
Pablo has said 25.
Right.
Catherine has said 17.
Yeah,
I have said 80, and Paul in Stoke Poges has said 118,118.
I'm going to go for 18.
Okay. Now, can you tell us why?
Because when you said it, I immediately said, 17. But there's no one here to listen to that. But I did.
Well, hang on, mate. Hang on. There's no way for us to listen to that if you just said it at home. Unless you're like Rainbow George, a nutjob that records everything he does. No.
I'm a nutjob, but not that kind of nutjob.
I'm a nutjob!
Yeah, whatever. But then Curly Cass, quite rightly, as she's allowed to do.
Can I ask a question? Here's a question,
Don't
right?
be cowed by me. I respected you before.
Hang on. It's time to confess something.
Go on.
I don't understand a meme on this show. I don't understand one of my own memes.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Are people saying curvy calf or curly calf?
He's saying curly calf because...
I'm saying curly calf.
Don't you remember when, quote unquote, I rang up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gafford would remember it better than I would.
Oh, on the Saturday night show?
Well, I was listening to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were.
No, I was having a
So
sleep.
she was curly calf?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm confused by a catchphrase of my own bloody radio show. This shows how low we've sunk as a society.
Broken Britain.
Broken Britain.
Just days after those radar figures as well.
Do you not ever think about buying like a prosthetic toe?
I thought about it. Don't really have the money.
You could make one. You could...
Silly putty.
Thymo.
Tell you what, big news. Week Monday, I get shoes.
Well, surely that's just normal shoes. You've only got what?
No.
Thanks for calling, Gatford. He gets shoes.
I was interested in that bit.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, he'll have to call back. Hey, look, there's a prosthetic toe, look. Can you see it?
Is it? And how do they slip that on?
Well, like, if you've just got, he's got, is he, I don't
He's
know.
not really got that much of a stump, has he?
Well, then you have to use super glue.
No, here's my idea.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take this to the Dragons.
Yeah.
If you've got...
The shirt to the periscopers, by the way.
Because it's from, like, the bottom knuckle, I think.
Yeah.
I reckon what you do is you put it on a ring and slide the ring over the toe next to the gap.
Yes.
So it's like...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You
that's
can make the ring as fancy as you like.
We are playing Caller Poker. How many calls do you think we're going to get? If you said 5, you'd be right, but I'm going to have to let you know there are more than 3 calls on the switchboard already. So, 0344 499 1000. Everyone's in the game so far. Pablo, Kath, me, Paul in Stoke Poges and Gatford. So far, we're in the game. No one's gone bust yet. Who will be the first person to go bust?
You know, Pablo rang up and told us, insisted that we watch what sounded like a really boring film.
What was it about again?
AOL or something.
Bernard Cribbins takes on AOL and the paedophiles.
Well, he's been backed up by someone.
That's great news.
Lane.
Let's go for a break.
Across the UK.
Cleo's saying it's not boring. Fucking hell! Fucking hell!
Talk Radio.
I'm pinning
I'll move you around a bit because I'm a little bit back to you guys. We are going to get shitloads of calls. You're right, love. Why don't you have a little lie down? Have a lie on the sofa. Put the headset on. Sit, what, boil it? Boil it, it'd be funny.
In the studio.
Go and do it.
With Penny Smith. Tomorrow
Ask Johnny.
morning from 8.
I mean, he won't know either the way it's going tonight, but
The late night alternative.
just go have a lie down.
Talk Radio.
Good. Right. We go to call number 6. Pick a line between 1 and 4, Kath.
3.
That's Dean in London. Good evening, Dean.
Hello, good evening, Ian. How are you?
Very, well, stuffed, if I'm honest. Absolutely stuffed. We dined on fine meats and dirty chips this evening. But I'm doing well. How are you doing, man?
Oh, blimey. I'm in a bit of a quandrum, I'm in a bit of a situation.
Okay, go on. What is it? Your missus has found out, has she?
No, I don't have a missus or anything like that.
Oh.
But, I'm actually, I think I'm in something like The Matrix, and so are you. By that I mean some sort of computer simulation.
Right, okay. This sounds feasible. Tell me more.
Right. Well, I've been having some weird experiences for the past sort of several years.
Yeah.
I first came to the conclusion that something weird was happening about 9 years ago.
Yeah. What was the thing? What was your red pill moment? What was the thing where you thought, oh, I'm in a computer simulation, not in a real life situation?
Well, do you want to know? Actually, it was this. I was sitting in the pub.
I can tell why you haven't got misses, but yes.
And I was having a beer.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, I was thinking about evolution.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
How beautiful it was and all that sort of thing.
Wow.
And I thought I would love to talk to somebody about evolution.
Yes.
And so I went to my local offie. I finished my pint. I went to buy some beers to take.
You love booze.
I love booze. I'm having a beer right now.
Of course you are. Of course you are. And a little cheeky smoke as well.
Oh no.
No.
This is legit.
No.
We are in the Matrix. I can almost definitely know it for a fact.
Wows. This is okay. Yeah, carry on. So you went to the offie. Oh.
But yeah, so I went to the offie to get some beers for the way home.
Yeah.
And the bloke said to me, he said, "Hi, how you doing?" I barely knew him, and he said, "God, I'd really love to talk to somebody about evolution."
Shit. Sorry, kid friendly. Sorry, yellow card for me. Sorry.
What did he say?
We're keeping it nothing.
You don't want to know.
We're keeping it kid friendly. Sorry, I went for an easy laugh. Sorry. So what? The guy in the office spontaneously said that.
Yes, he did. And isn't that a bit weird? Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And but what part of that makes you think the world isn't real?
Well, I'll tell you what. Because I thought. I tell you what. I have phoned you up before about a month or two ago.
Yes.
I thought the world was full of telepaths.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I
You didn't need to call in for that.
Sorry?
You didn't need to call in for that. You could have just sent me the message.
Oh.
Saucy sailor.
Yes. Are you a telepath, Ian Lee?
I'm sending you an answer now.
No, I'm not, but you are.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. That is exactly what I was saying.
Really?
Yes. This is freaky deaky. But how does a fella in the offie, you know, what some people might call a coincidence, how does that prove to you that we are living in a computer simulation? Who is running the computer simulation? What are we? Are we physical beings in pods like what they is in the Matrix movies? What the hell is going on, Dean?
Well, I think it's, I think we're either sort of like plugged into it,
yes,
or we're software like the machines are.
Yes.
I know that sounds a bit depressing, because if we're software, they could just switch us off.
Yeah.
But if we're plugged in, I think that's even worse, because we're then we're just bodies, disembodied bodies. But there are loads of reasons I think this. Like, for example, there are some things I don't really want to talk about, but...
Talk about it.
A couple of things,
Talk about it.
I can't...
Go on.
There are too many things... But, okay, for example, I'm in telepathic communication with some people.
Yeah.
But, okay, they can... The people I'm in communication with seem to be able to control people in the outside world. They're not just in my head.
Yeah.
For example, if I'm saying something to the people in my head...
Yeah.
and they say they're bored, they will make, I'll tell them on the tube,
Yeah.
they will make people around me yawn.
Flipping heck. And who are these people that you're in communication with then?
I don't know who they are. They came to me about 5 years before.
Well, hang on a second. Right, let me deconstruct this slightly, right? How do you know, you talk about the fella in the offie and being able to make people yawn and stuff. How do you know you're not just psychic? Do you know what I mean? And the message I sent you, how do you know that's not just telepathy as opposed to, which is, telepathy is a slightly easier concept and more believable concept to grasp than this whole thing being a computer generation.
Well, is it? That's the thing. For me, I don't know.
No.
Well,
I think I know.
okay. I just thought of something then. Oh, well, okay. Here's one example.
Yeah.
I was thinking. There were two examples I'll tell you about.
Yeah.
I'll be brief. I was in my flat, as I am now, and I saw this. I was watching this film about the Mancunian candidate.
Okay.
Where he gets an implant.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
Sorry. Well, I thought there might be an implant in my finger
Yeah.
that was enabling people to communicate with me over the radio.
Right.
You know, so that's how I could hear the voices in my head.
Right.
That's how I could hear them. That they were because they're too real to be part of my imagination. But anyway, and that's not the point of the story. So I thought there was an implant in my finger.
Yes.
So I got a scalpel.
Oh, no!
No, don't, and I put a tiny little prick into my finger.
Oh.
Where it was.
Kath's done that, haven't you? Didn't you put a tiny little prick in your hand once, Kath? Okay, she's not going for that. Right, fine, yeah.
And so
Was
I
it a
put
big prick in
and-
your hand? Was it just in your hand? Did you put it anywhere else? Did you put a prick anywhere else? No? Okay. Sorry, Dean. Kath's being rude, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so I put it in my finger.
Yes.
And I was hoping to meet resistance, get a bit of metal there or something.
And I'm guessing there wasn't?
No.
No.
A tiny bit of blood came out, and I withdrew the scalpel.
Gosh.
And then.
What are you doing with a scalpel? Why do they sell scalpels to nut jobs?
Well, no. I needed it for something else. I needed it to.
I don't want to know why you needed a scalpel. Please don't tell me you're a surgeon.
No, I'm not. But I was doing a thing that I was cutting up books.
Right.
And I was cutting the spines of books apart.
Okay, of course you were. Yeah.
Right.
To see what was hidden in the spines, yeah?
No, not really. No, just because I wanted to carry them around with me. That's
Okay.
made them right away.
You wanted to carry the spines of books with you?
No, I had this big book that I cut into pieces.
Right.
So I could carry it in my pocket.
You carried a big book in pieces in your pocket? Get a Kindle.
I couldn't afford one of them at the time.
Okay. Anyway, please carry on.
Right, so I was putting this scalpel in, and I withdrew it. A small bit of blood came out, and I looked at it, and when I looked at my finger again, this sort of little circle of hard skin appeared as I was watching, and I thought, my God, what's that? That's not the implant. That's
No.
something else.
Yes.
And so I got the scalpel again, and I removed the hard skin,
Yes.
and there was nothing there.
Wow.
The little implant under the skin had gone.
Yeah.
The hard skin had gone.
Gosh.
But it wasn't hard skin.
Yes. The will to live is going. Well, Dean, listen, that's fascinating stuff. I've got to move on because we've got an almost full switchboard. Would you like to use your psychic powers to guess how many callers we're going to get tonight?
Yes, I would. 101.
Thank you very much indeed, Dean. Call in again. Let's explore that further at a later date. 0344 499 1000. Everybody tweeting suggestions of the numbers of callers. It doesn't count. You have to call in. Although someone has suggested a little secondary game that we can play. How many times do you think Paul from Stoke Poges is going to call in? I'm going 5. And I'll cards on the table. He's been on air once. He's called in a second time. I've seen him up on the thing. So
we're counting that then.
We're counting
the attempt,
that.
Rather than
Yeah.
He gets on. Oh.
So we're playing pool poker. I'm going 5.
I think that might be a bit conservative.
Yeah.
7.
7. Okay, I'm going to put that number in brackets. Pablo, Paul, and Gatford and Dean, if you want to call in again and give us your pool poker stats, 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Proper late night radio. It's happening. It is happening. We're in, Boyley.
Talk Radio.
We're getting them.
We'll get you talking.
A summer of David Walliams on Talk Radio in association with HarperCollins Children's Books.
Join me, David Williams, on Story Hour.
This Sunday afternoon from 3, gather round your radio for a full hour of
Absolutely
family fun as
brilliant.
well as
That's
best-selling
what late night
storytelling,
radio should be.
TV novel Demon Dentist.
I am your new dentist.
I'm never going to watch that boring film.
Join David Williams for Story Hour on Talk Radio in association with HarperCollins Children's Books. Visit worldofdavidwilliams.com to buy your copy of Demon Dentist.
The thing is, if you were to tell us the plot for that film, which I'm guessing lasts 2 hours, it would take you 5 hours.
Over 18 months with Britain's lowest price Sky Sports bundle from TalkTalk. For just $28.45 a month, get award-winning TV, all 8 Sky Sports channels, and unlimited broadband, including line rental. But hurry, the big summer save ends 17th of August. Search TalkTalk TV now. TalkTalk. For everyone. Based on slower broadband speeds than BT and Virgin. Competitor contracts are 12 months. Sky has more channels.
This is the difference in listeners. Sally,
Belgian
this man
chocolate
needs to go to the
honeycomb iced
doctor,
frappe
sad
is
face.
back.
Lane,
Honeycomb, chocolate
man's off
chunks,
his
cream,
tits.
and a drizzle of chocolate sauce. Then enjoy sunshine, sun cream, sunglasses, sun lounger, sunbathe, and then off.
Oh, do you know what? He sounded harmless enough. He sounded harmless enough.
Well, I wish I thought.
Served until the 3rd of October, subject to availability. Price of participation may vary.
This August, Macmillan Cancer Support needs you to brave the shade and help raise money for men, women and children with cancer.
Kira's right. How many times Kath has a moan or says I'm tired? Yeah, I like that.
Shaving my head.
I like that. That's
I'm braving the
classy.
shave in memory of my grandma. I think she'd be proud of me.
I'm shaving my head to support my brother.
Whatever your reason for braving the shade this summer, you'll be doing something truly amazing to support people affected by cancer. So go on, sign up today at bravetheshade.org.uk or search Brave the Shade.
The Sky Bet Super Boost window. From the 3rd to the 15th of August, there's 13 days of epic offers to kick off the new football season, where odds just get bigger and better. So check out the latest Soccer Saturday Super Boost. Fulham, Portsmouth and Bradford all to win was 5-1 and is now super boosted to 10-1 for new and existing customers. Sky Bet. That's betting better. 18 plus. Gambleaware.co.uk. Max bet applies.
I enjoyed that Coca-Cola.
Minimum odds. Eligibility
Sometimes.
restrictions apply when the fun starts. Stop.
The Unexplained, Sunday night from 10 on Talk Radio.
On The Unexplained this Sunday with me, Howard Hughes. Did you read this week about those 2 robots who started a conversation with each other in a language that only they understood, and then they had to be...
Shut up, Howard. You should have that fucking should have Dean on.
Now, what are you doing, Howard? Plus, we'll be talking conspiracy theories with author Andy Thomas. There'll be much more on the night, too.
The Unexplained, Sunday night from 10, Earth Time, on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
If you want to watch us on Periscope, we've got my phone in the studio streaming the video. Periscope.tv/Iain Lee, IAINLEE. And you were kind of doing a separate show during the breaks that's a lot swearier, a lot ruder about the contributors to the show, and I'm going to say it a darn sight more interesting because we're not controlled by the mainstream media guys. During the breaks, we can say what the hell we want, and Murdoch certainly isn't monitoring what we say then. He's monitoring
he is
it now.
He's sent.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We're playing caller poker. How many callers do you think we'll get before 1 o'clock? We've had 6 so far. So 6 in 45 minutes. Pretty good going, but some of those took a long time. Pablo said 25. Catherine said 17. I said 80. Paul in Stoke Poacher said 118,118. Gatford said 18. And Dean says 101. We're also playing Paul Poker. How many times will Paul in Stoke Poacher's phone in? It's 3 now. Is he coming back on, John? Sure, of course he can. So it's 3 so far. I've said 5.
And I reckon 7.
Okay. And if anyone else... And you can call in as many times as you want tonight. Let's do that. Pick a line between 1, 2 and 4.
2.
Oh. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
It's David Babcock.
Where are you, David? Up a mountain?
I'm driving. I've got you on the car phone.
Okay, hands free, I hope.
Well, that's why I'm driving. I can't drive with them with the hands, can I?
Some
people can.
Some people do.
Well, I'm not.
Okay, well, can you take a photo of it so that we can have proof?
No, because my phone's on the floor.
Sorry?
My phone's on the floor.
Why is it on the floor?
I can't do it because I get done by the buzzers.
No, you can't. So what, you made the phone call and then tossed the phone on the floor so the the feds wouldn't see it?
I pulled into a lay-by, and when you rang me, I lobbed it on the floor. Because I can't pick it up, so you have to hang on when you're done.
Oh, don't worry, David. We will. What have you called in for, David?
I want to have a go at the karaoke, not karaoke, the bingo.
Yeah, the caller poker. How many callers do you think we're going to get tonight?
32.
32. And how many...
And I'll tell you.
Yes?
I've had a bit of help from the spirits.
Oh, yeah?
And so...
You're not drink driving, are you, as well as making phone calls?
Not those kinds of spirits, you nuts.
Oh, Badcock's in a very feisty mood. Are you fleeing somebody? You sound very feisty, like someone who's fleeing.
Sorry, Ian, a cop car has just come by me and I'm feeling a bit on edge.
Okay, shall I cut you off?
No.
Okay. Oh, he said no, sometimes. This is... Okay. Hello, Anthony.
Hi, Ian, how are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you.
Yes, great. I was just a little bit interested in your programme tonight when someone started to talk about the Matrix.
Yes.
What we represent in this world and what we are. I think I could sort of throw a little bit of light on that and just, let's say, inform people what a human being isn't.
Yes.
And what a human being is.
Well, a human being isn't a dog.
No, a human being is not an independent, practical reasoner either. We don't have a say in what we are in this world. A human being is language and nothing else.
Well, and fingers.
And language.
The language and fingers and hands.
No, I disagree with you. A language, nothing else. We are here to perform one function, and that is to evolve language, which in itself is something we don't control, it's something we use.
Yes. So language controls us.
Separate from us.
Yes.
It's an independent entity, and we are...
Language is an independent entity?
It certainly is, yeah.
Or even French?
It does. Well, let's put it this way, right? While I'm sat here in my car talking to you...
Yes. You're not fleeing from the Rozzers,
we're
are you?
having a private language conversation, yeah. But all around us and everywhere, language is out there.
Yeah.
Beyond our control.
Yeah.
Without our knowledge.
Yeah.
So we're not in control of language. Language is in control of us. It doesn't need us except for its own evolution.
What?
And
but if humans die, then language dies.
No, it will still be existent.
What, in what? Cats?
In the effect that it's created from
what?
Us as the creatures that have...
hang on a minute. Is this called...
No, let me finish, Ian. Let me finish.
Well, we created language.
These days, it won't need human beings. It will have AI. And there will be no need for us. We'll be superfluous, and we'll go.
I think you are superfluous.
And language will continue.
But
everything we do
yes.
in this world
yeah.
is governed by language. Education, anything you can think of,
Well,
science.
Yes.
It is all contained within language. It's not contained within one human being. It can't be. It doesn't need us.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Sure you can, yeah.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
All right, if you don't agree with me.
It's not that I don't.
It's a concept that you need to take in over time.
It's not that I don't agree with you. I literally have no idea what you mean.
Okay. We're creatures that have language, but all around us, the creatures that we are, which have language,
Yes.
language is everywhere, yeah. Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control, but nonetheless, language is in the internet, it's on this telephone, it's on everyone's telephone.
Yes.
And it exists independently of any control that I have over language.
Well, no, but you have you have control over language.
I don't.
Well, you do.
I have control of my private language.
What's your private language? Esperanto.
It's the means that I'm using to speak to you now.
Yes. So you have control over that.
That's a private language. It's not language as an existent force.
You're literally just saying words. I don't think you understand language.
I think I do.
Where did you get this theory from, Anthony?
It's been around for a long time, actually. It comes from Ludwig Wittgenstein.
Oh.
Ludwig Wittgenstein, philosopher.
Yes, yeah, I'm aware of his works.
Anglo-German philosopher, yeah.
Yeah.
And he suggested that if a human being does not develop a private language by a certain window of opportunity in their development as a human being, they will never learn a private language.
Okay.
They will be able to communicate.
I don't know what you mean by a private language. Who said the first word? Who said the first word?
A private, right, I'll tell you what a private language is.
Okay,
right,
thank you, Anthony.
A private language is the language that you control, yeah? That you have in your head, if you like.
Okay.
That me and you are using right now.
So this is a private language.
But outside of that private language,
Yes.
language is everywhere,
Yes.
doing its own thing, independent of my private language and your private language.
I get what you mean. Language is a living thing that evolves.
So it's a living entity.
I get that.
Understand?
I get that, and it evolves.
It's garnet, yeah?
Who said the first word? Who spaketh the firsteth wordeth?
Who spoke the first word?
Yeah.
Well, we've evolved differently to apes and other sort of creatures that we could consider our ancestors, but we're a mystery on a whole.
Yeah.
There's only one creature that may have language.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, maybe whales. But the thing with their language is that it's pretty useless. It's not like our language, is it?
Well, it's useful for them.
Well, let's put it this way, Ian. Right, you don't see dolphins riding around on motorbikes, do you?
That's got you there.
Because they've just never got there, have they? They don't like books. So our language is totally different to their language, even though they might have language, even though they might have consciousness.
Okay.
Their brains are millions of years old.
Yes.
Our brain is about 200,000 years old.
And we've got motorbikes and books.
Well, we have. And what do we do to create those motorbikes? What's the means we have to make those motorbikes and to make those great wonders of science and literature and everything else? It's language, isn't it? It's nothing else.
Just could be argued fingers and thumbs.
Yeah, you could say that.
Because I've seen a mute man. I saw a mute man build a bird table.
No, there's no way man your way out of it, Ian. That's how it is.
A mute man built a bird table.
Yeah, and what did he use to make that bird table?
Wood.
His fingers and thumbs, right?
Yes, but he didn't use language because he couldn't speak.
And a mute man will have language. He'll have sign language, which will be the same as our language, but in a different form.
Okay.
It will contain the same information.
Okay. Well,
he might be able to read. He might be able to.
Yes. Well,
it might not be a deaf mute.
Yes, you've certainly given us a lot to think about, Anthony, this evening. Thank you so much. How many callers do you think we'll get tonight?
About 40.
And how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges will call in?
I like him. I really do. He's a one-off, really, isn't a character. I would say he will attempt it about 5 times tonight. Yeah.
You can't have 5. I've already got 5. You can have 6 or you could have 8.
I will go for 8. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Anthony. We'll speak again soon.
Bye.
Here we go. Ta-ta. I mean, if anybody has any idea what's going on this evening, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Now, was that call number 7 or call number 8?
I don't know. You're speaking a private language. I didn't.
It was 8. I think it was 8. I think you're right. It was 8. So 8, 16, 24. Could we get 24 calls by the end of the show? Is it going to be less than that? Is it going to be more? We've got 3 calls on the switchboard. We're playing Caller Poker this evening, and we're talking about whether human beings are real or a figment of a computer's imagination. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative on Talk Radio. I cannot work out if he was real or not. I kept switching back and forth.
Okay, you're talking.
Yeah, so did I.
That was brilliantly played.
Work nights.
If it's not, he played it brilliantly. What do you reckon, John? Was that guy real or not? I couldn't. I've got a really good bullshit detector. I'm erring on the side of fake, but he played it so well, so well.
Work.
What gave it away for me was when he said he thought Paul in Stoke Poges was a good caller. That's what made me think he's full of shit.
New Sky Sports is here. So now all our Sky TV customers can get our brand new channel dedicated to the Premier League for £18 a month. With 126 live games and a new weeknight debate show. Exciting, eh, Gary?
What a great first hour, though. I mean, this is
Sky TV,
classic
bundles start from
late night
£22
radio.
a month. Search New Sky Sports today to get our new Premier League channel. Cancellation request, there's 1 day's notice. New Sky TV customers, £20 setup fee, 18-month contract.
The Homebase end-of-season clearance is on now. Hurry in for this Qualcomm 600-watt hedge trimmer. Was £39.99, now only £33. Homebase, always low prices.
Boom! Football is back. What better way to see it in than the Sun on Sunday's 64-page Premier League guide? Featuring in-depth analysis on all clubs, the ins and outs, and Shearer's predictions for the new season. And get some handy knowledge for your dream team. Get in! Grab your guide in the Sun on Sunday. The Sun, we live it.
Man, that Hypnos bed is comfortable. Time to get up, work to do. Shower, tick. Shave, tick. Dressed, next question. Time for all-you-can-eat brekkie with the fellas. Bacon, sausages, and more bacon. Probably even some beans. Today is a big day. Because you are scaffolders. Whatever your story, this is a great place to start. Premier Inn. Premier You.
Breakfast prices and options may vary. Exclude certain locations.
Ah, Saturday mornings. Caviar with Tomo, bubbles with Merce. But some cheeky blighters want to ruin it. This Saturday, Super 6 of a million of my cash to give away, and it's staying that way until it's won. Predict 6 correct scores and my million's yours. Bang goes my yacht on the Hartlepool Riviera. Soccer Saturday,
Yeah, I
Super 6,
do.
your Saturday morning sorted. Mine ruined.
Lino,
18
dolphins
plus
can't
entries
write
must be in
books
by
because the
3 o'clock
pages will get
Saturday,
wet.
T's and C's apply.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
A radio star is born.
You're going to love
Talk Radio. Talk Radio.
From the Sky News Centre at 11. A bed's been found to look after a suicidal teenager whose case led a judge to warn the UK could have blood on its hands. Sir James Mumby warned the 17-year-old could try to take her own life after she's released from detention later this month if she didn't get the right care. Barrister Simon Robotham, who represents the girl, says the judge's decision to criticise the health service was the right one.
The judge's irritation, the feeling of complete impotence in the face of a case where if we don't do what X needs, it could be catastrophic, absolutely comes across. I've never seen anything like it, but it needed saying.
2 policemen and 2 pilots accused of misusing a police helicopter to spy on naked sunbathers have been cleared of all charges. Another officer admitted filming members of the public as far back as 2007 and will be sentenced on Tuesday. The new Irish Prime Minister's hinted he'd be prepared to delay Brexit trade talks. That's unless progress is made on how to manage the border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Leo Varadkar called the UK's exit from Europe the challenge of our generation and criticised Westminster for not coming up with a plan for the border. Sinn Féin's Jerry Adams says the government's struggling.
I can't second guess Theresa May. I'm sure that Theresa May couldn't even second guess Theresa May on these issues. They have no plan, they have no sense.
British holidaymakers flying home from Europe have been warned to arrive at airports with at least 3 hours to spare. It's because of big delays caused by new passport controls. The biggest earthquake to hit the West Highlands of Scotland in more than 3 decades has been recorded. The tremor registered 3.8 on the Richter scale. And in sport, 4-time Olympic champion Sir Mo Farah's earned a first gold medal for Great Britain on the opening night of the World Athletics Championships in London. He retained his 10,000 metres title. Sprint star Usain Bolt made it safely through the 100 metres semi-finals after winning his heat. That's the latest. I'm Kate Holdsworth.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
You are sleeping. You do not want to believe.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah.
I've never been with anything less than a 9.
So fine, I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Mo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine.
So tonight, dear listener, the Late Night Alternative, me, Iain Lee, Catherine's over there, John is answering the phones, 0344 499 1000. If you've never listened before, boy, you've picked a special one to tune into. You can call in about anything. Tonight is even less structured than normal because I went through the papers. Absolutely nothing in the papers. We're watching Big Brother, but really, I think this is the worst series of Celebrity Big Brother by a country mile. I mean, it's just awful. And there's a woman in there who's Brandy, who says she's like in her 30s, but she's older than me. And she's saying the only plastic surgery she's had were on her boobs and her sorry, kids are listening, on her downstairs. You look at her face, you just think, well, why is that? That's man-made, or is it? There's nothing to talk about, so we're just having a little bit of fun. It's an open door policy. Literally, anybody will get on the show. A lot of other phone-in shows and radio shows and other stations, they ban people, or they don't allow certain people to come on because they don't want to argue. I'm happy to argue with people. If people want to come on and say they think I'm a tosser, that's wonderful. If people want to come on and give us their theories as to what the world is and how it exists, I am more than happy to do that. And those calls in that last hour made me very, very happy. 0344 499 1000. We are playing caller poker. How many calls do you think we will get before 1 a.m. when the show ends? We've had 8 so far. So do the maths. 8 in an hour, 8, 16, 24, maybe. I think we get more than that. Pablo said 25. Catherine said 17. I've said 80. Pauline Stoke-Poges said 118,118. Gatford said 18. Dean says 101. Badcock says 32 and Auntie says 40. We're also playing Paul in Stoke-Poges poker. New listeners. He's a pain in the arse that calls in all the time. He's called in 3 times already. Catherine, pick a line between 1, 3 and 4.
4.
Good evening, Dom.
Evening. You all right?
I'm very, very well. I'm having an absolute blast tonight.
Some space to get
I wish I was at home listening to this.
The previous caller.
Yes.
Was he quoting Wittgenstein?
Wittgenstein.
Wittgenstein. Sorry. Yeah. You can't trust him because everyone knows he's just a Schlotter Schlegel. He's a boozy beggar.
Well, how's that song go? Go on. Give me the. Immanuel Kant was a real pissant who was very rarely stable. Heidegger was a boozy beggar who could drink you under the table. Wittgenstein could out-consume good old... Wittgenstein was a boozy swine, I drink, therefore I am. There's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach about the raising of the wrist. Socrates himself was permanently pissed. You like that?
It's just a jolly song, yes.
Do you not know that song?
No.
Oh, do you not know that song? I must have it on my
Who is it?
Monty Python,
Oh, well.
the Philosopher's Song. I wonder if I got it on here. I got all those albums. I do need to sit down. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to listen to those Monty Python albums. I tell you, what I heard on Radio 4 on the way in. Forgotten his name. I tweeted him. Richard somebody. We had him on the Three Counties show. He was the one... Please shut up. He was the one who'd made a documentary about Monty Python.
Ah.
And he'd also made a documentary in the 80s about the police. Richard Grafe...
Little John.
Please shut up.
Okay.
Stop saying Richards. Richard Grafe... Anyway, he was on. Right, okay, that story's not going anywhere. Dom, how many callers do you think we're going to get tonight?
Bagel. Catherine's age 37.
She's 40 next week.
But that means we're getting 2 chances. 3 if it's next week.
Sorry?
37, but you said she's 40 next week.
Yeah.
So she's 39 now.
Yes.
So I've got 37, 39 and 40.
No, you can't have... all right,
You
37,
just said it.
37, 38 and 39.
Oh, she's 39 next week?
No, 40. What? Right, you're out of the game. And
I've confused her to hold down.
And
now.
do you know what? And right, he's out of the game, and that call doesn't count.
No.
That call does not count. So we're back down to... We were on 9, we're back down to 8 calls, okay? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I mean... let's have a listen to this. I mean, this is just stupid. Let's stupid. Oh, hang on a second. Whoa, go away. Ah, dear. Let's have a little listen to this. I'm going to hover over the dump button because you never know with Python if you're going to get a swear word if you get something live from them. So let's go there. Here we go. See how close we are. Play. Audio. Play. There we go. Playing. It's just delicious, isn't it? Oh, I love that's my weekend, is listening to those CDs. A lovely little thinker but a bugger when he's pissed. I mean, it's such good. And there's all these little gems of Monty Python hidden away. Wonderful. Okay, so we're back down to 8 calls. We've got rid of 1 call because it was inappropriate, I thought. Pick a line, Catherine, please. 0344 499 1000 between 1, 2 and 3.
I feel like the Dolly Dealer.
Yes.
1.
Okie dokie. Good evening, Craig.
Evening, Ian and Kath.
Hello.
I'm watching you on Periscope and you all look so tired.
We are shattered.
Marvellous. Well, I think there'll be 28 calls.
Hang on a minute. So hang on a second. Let's write this down. So Craig is saying 28 calls. How many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges is going to call in? 6. Okie dokie.
Well, I got a question for you. I got a question for Kath, and then
Hang on a second. I feel bad about excluding Dom, so I'm going to put Dom back in. And he said 37, 38, 39, and that takes us up to 10 calls. Okay, 10 calls.
For me, then,
Yeah, I've included that. I tell you what it is. I don't feel bad. I'm just worried about an Ofcom. If someone complains to Ofcom that we're playing poker to see how many callers we get. You can just imagine the paperwork that's going to make. So
it would be a stink, wouldn't
it? It would be an absolute stink. So I'm fair and I'm above board. We are including Dom's facetious and pointless and very, very poor phone call. Anyway, Craig, what you got?
Yeah, so a question for you, a question for Kath, and a general question.
Okay, that's 3 questions.
So question for you, question for me, question for everybody.
Okay.
Well, with Kath, she posted about the NAF revolt on her Twitter, Twitter.
Yes.
Is it her kids, Kath, is it your kids that have the nap or you?
Oh, I wanted a nap. I was trying to do that thing where you want a nap and you decide that everyone's going to have a nap together. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Right.
And they kicked off.
Quiet time in the classroom.
Oh, God, it would have been lovely, but there was no way that they were going to lie down at any point today. What is it about little people and not wanting to go to sleep? Because when you get to about 14, sleep becomes priceless. You start to love sleep.
My 16-year-old's moved in with me now, and she don't get up till noon.
Oh, can I swap for a bit? Because these two start going at about 5:30 and don't stop till gone 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent, because that's about my schedule as well.
Well, that works fine then. I'll swap.
Marvellous.
I'll pop in the post tomorrow.
Okay, now Ian's question.
Thank you, Craig. And then the question for the ladles and jelly spoons listening at home.
You've mentioned about how your missus doesn't know about what you spend your money on.
Yes, correct.
Does that mean you have, separate bank accounts?
That's a very personal question, but the answer to that is yes.
Oh, no way.
Way?
Not very cosmopolitan, I imagine.
I do as well. What's wrong with that?
Oh, you're in a big family and...
Well, here's what we do.
What do you do, Kath?
We've got one account for, household and boring stuff, that your majority of money goes in there, and then whatever's left I have, and he has his.
Oh, right.
Because he plays cricket and goes to the football, and that's none of my business.
So who spends the most on themselves then?
Well, we'll never know. It's his business. It's his money. As long as a certain amount of money goes into the joint account every month, everyone's happy.
We know with Ian that it's Ian.
Craig, why are you so interested in the financial setups of me? Well, I feel this feels like a scam. You're entering my mind like a scammer.
That's all. That's all I needed to know.
Scamming me.
No.
Can he now take all my money out of my bank account with the information I gave him?
He knows.
Can he?
Barclay cards all over.
Okay, and the question for the listener.
You know the underground platform adverts where you look at over the rails?
Yes.
How do they get put up? Do they have a advertising train that comes along and does it all?
Are you an idiot?
What?
Are you that stupid?
But there's an electric rail.
Yeah, right. How? Oh, for goodness sakes. What happens at about 12:30 at night?
Well, there's 24-hour tubes now.
No, but not only on about 2 lines, right?
Yeah, I understand, they clean and everything, but
Yes.
I'm wondering whether they have, a train that comes along that's, open, and then they can stick the adverts up or what?
Yes, they do. They do. That's exactly what they do, Craig. Thanks for calling. What a muppet. We got almost full switchboard. I tell you what, we'll take a break. Then we come back and we'll go to Eve and then Sally and then Nigel and Paul. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
We got entertainment.
Oh, stop Hodges. This is his third call. He's been on hold quite a long time. Every game. This is a brilliant show tonight. And not anything we're doing. The callers are
every match on Sky Sports
providing
and
everything.
BT Sport. This is football from Virgin Media. Cabled areas only. Search Virgin Media Football for more information.
We got it at Selco. Selco is where the trade goes.
At Selco Builders Warehouse, we've got real deals on a wide range of trade quality building products. In August, we've got a Myra Relay EV bar shower valve for only £89.99 ex-VAT. Now that's a real deal. To find more real deals and your nearest branch, go to selcobw.com.
We got it at Selco. Selco is where the trade goes.
It's here. It's one of over 1,000 great used vans, and it could be yours.
What's that coming over the hill? Van Monster. Van Monster.
Van Monster has a huge choice of used vans across the UK, from all the leading brands, all with 6 months warranty and AA cover, like these 2013 Peugeot Partners from under £4,000 plus 20% VAT. Find your next van right now at vanmonster.com. The Sky Bet Super Boost window. From the 3rd to the 15th of August, there's 13 days of epic offers to kick off the new football season, where odds just get bigger and better. So check out the latest Soccer Saturday Super Boost. Fulham, Portsmouth and Bradford all to win was 5-1 and is now super boosted to 10-1 for new and existing customers. Sky Bet. That's betting better. 18 plus. Gambleaware.co.uk. Max bet applies. Odds may be subject to change. Minimum odds. Eligibility restrictions apply when the fun starts.
Van Monster.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
So, we're playing, hello, this is Iain Lee, the Late Night Alternative Talk Radio. Catherine is there, John is through there, taking your phone calls, and I'm sorry, John, if you were expecting an easy ride tonight. This is perhaps the toughest gig for any phone operator. I know John is so much more, but this evening, this seems to be what he's doing, as the calls have gone, well, the calls are nuts in both senses of the word. We're up to 10. We are seeing how many calls we get before the end. If you want to play, 0344 499 1000. Let's take call number 11. It's Eve in Manchester. Good evening, Eve.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Eve. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks. Hectic week. Looking forward to a relaxing weekend.
I'm gonna say it, Catherine. We were in Manchester, Eve, last week doing a show.
Yeah.
And you weren't there in the audience. You didn't come along and support us. And I just wondered what your excuse was.
It was my birthday and I got whisked off. I'm really sorry.
Oh! Happy 21st birthday.
Oh, you creep.
You see? What a charmer. Did you, what did you do? Did you go out in Manchester?
No, we didn't go out. I was whisked off somewhere. Well, we did go out, but I got whisked off somewhere nice and woke up with nice light sheets and hotel chocolate. And, it was very good. It was really good.
That sounds exciting. That sounds lovely. Perfect. We had a great time in Manchester. Was it last weekend? I'm so...
Yeah.
Gosh, hasn't that gone quickly?
Do you know what he had, Eve? He had pie, chips and gravy.
Yeah. Did you have a pound cake?
No.
No, I'm starting him slow.
No, that gravy, though, do they make that out of mud?
I
Because
mean, it's...
it looks disgusting.
It's like treacle, isn't it?
And he had cream soda as well. I was in heaven. Cream soda.
Yeah, thick stuff up here.
It's great. We love it.
It was warm.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Although it was quite nice when we were up there. I think I do like Manchester because I haven't been up there for a long time, and then we've been up twice in the last few months, and it's nice. I really look forward. We haven't got any more trips planned this year up there, but maybe early next year we shall go back to Manchester. Eve, first of all, how many calls do you think we're going to get this evening?
49.
Oh, she's definite about that.
That's how old I am, though. I'm in my last 40th year. So it's got to be a special one.
Oh, really? 40.
Yeah.
Can I ask, right?
Yeah.
I'm 44. So I'm looking at 50. I can see 50 down the end of the corridor, and I'm starting to dread it a bit. What does it feel enjoying your last days of being in your 40s?
I'm loving it. I'm really looking forward to being 50 next year.
Really?
The first half was a bit crap. Learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really looking forward to the next 50 years. Bring it on.
Wowzers. Wow, that sounds an attitude that one can only wish to have. So you're saying 49. How many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges is going to call in?
12.
Yeah. I noticed he's dropped off again, so you never know. What you got planned this weekend, Eve? What are you up to? Anything exciting?
I'm chilling, doing some crocheting, doing some beanies ready for winter.
Some
beans? Every weekend. Some beanies, yeah. I've took up crocheting to stop smoking.
Ah, yes. Keep those hands busy.
Right. Can I ask me and Kath had an argument earlier on. And I'm going to ask something, and I'm going to phrase it, because we said tonight's show is kid-friendly, so I'm going to phrase it in a... You know the sentence, Eve, Netflix and chill?
Yes.
Right. What does the chill mean in Netflix and chill? Because I think it means the two of you sit on the sofa, take your slippers off, and put your feet up on the coffee table. Catherine thinks, in that context, Netflix and chill means...
It's a euphemism.
A little bit of, how's your father? Who's correct?
It depends who you're with, and it depends on the situation. That's all I can say.
I invited my mum to Netflix and chill the other night. I said, Mum, you should come round to my house and Netflix and chill.
Well, I mean, if I was watching Netflix, if I was doing Netflix and chill with, say, Jackie or a friend or something like that, it'd be Netflix and it'd be M&M's and,
You'd be chilling.
DJs, that sort of thing. Netflix and chill with your partner may turn into something different if you're both consensual, that is.
I'm so naive. I am so naive.
Netflix and chill is the millennial way of saying, would you like to come in for coffee?
Here's
No
another,
one's drinking coffee.
Here's another thing Kath told me, that when she was young...
Just say what they mean.
They shouldn't they? Oh, God, the number of young ladies I've met years later and said, do you know what, I really fancied you at college or at school. And they went, oh, yeah, you know, I fancied you. And when I said this, what I meant was, would you like a snog? And it's like, no. But Kath, when Kath was younger, I'm not giving her any trade secrets.
It's fine.
She would invite young men round to hers for coffee.
I always got walked home.
Yeah, she'd invite them in for coffee, and then she said to me, I make really good coffee. And then she'd send them on their way.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know it meant...
No, I didn't know that. I just
was
thought
a
it was a bit
euphemism.
nippy outside. Have a cup of coffee and then off you trot.
I was going to be a bit nippy.
It does, doesn't it?
I think so.
Eve, anything else?
I just want to say, I really like your dress, Catherine.
Oh, thank you.
You look like a red Marilyn Monroe.
I think she looks like Velma from Scooby-Doo, but...
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh.
You're just so rude.
He is, he's
anyway,
horrible.
I hope you're all right, Ian.
I'm all right, my dear.
All right, Kath. You've had a cracking week.
It's-
Had a fantastic show.
Nice to talk to you. Happy belated birthday, Eve. Take care.
Thank you.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Eve, of course, has been on the show as a guest and tweets us regularly. It's nice to hear from her, isn't it? Lovely. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. That was call number 11. We've only got 2 calls on the switchboard. 2 or 5?
5.
Okie dokie. Stay there, Nigel. We go to Sally, call number 12.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Sally.
Hello, and it's a very nice dress, Kath. I like
Oh,
it.
for crying out loud. This
It was
is
in the sale. I've had a big sweep.
If you want to have girly chat, it's Saturday evenings. It's the big girly hour or something it's called, isn't it? 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock? The big girly hour.
Oh, the badass women's
That's
hour.
it, the badass women's hour. Saturday evenings, 8 o'clock.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Go to the badass women's hour. I was listening to that the other night. I enjoyed that. I mean, it wasn't aimed at me, but I thoroughly. It's just women. It's just women chatting, and it was a bit like how Mel Gibson must feel. Not when he's being anti-Semitic, but when in that movie, What Women Want, where he can read their minds.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. I felt empowered, and I used it to my own evil ways, like he
Mel
does.
Gibson.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He uses it to have sex with them.
Yeah.
Dirty anti-Semite. Sally, please don't libel one of Hollywood's finest, please.
No, of course. And, yeah, it's a horizontal tango is the chill bit, yeah.
Of course it is. Netflix and chill. We all know what that means.
Well, my mum left disappointed then. Sally, how many... You're call number 12. How many calls? My 80 is looking pretty distant, but boy, oh boy, once we get to Nigel, I'm going to rattle through these calls. How many calls do you think we're going to get tonight?
I'm going to go with my age, 37.
Okay. No, not at all, if that's what you want to say. And how many... you can't have 37, because Dom's got 37.
All right, 42 then.
Okie dokie.
The answer to life and everything.
The meaning of life and everything. And how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges will call?
Oh, God.
He's called up 3 times, although he's dropped off the line again, so it will be at least 3.
9.
9, okay. Okie dokie. Sally, what have you got for us?
Well, I need some advice. I've been in hospital all day.
Uh-oh.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my foot, and I need to get them out.
So glad you said your foot. I was thinking this was going to be an awful... I was just hoovering, and my penis fell onto the vacuum. I thought it was going to be one of those. Okay, yeah. You went to hospital because of that?
Well, yeah, I phoned 111 and they told me to go to a hospital.
Flipping it, mate. Yeah, this is... You're going to be a story in the Daily Mail. You're everything that's wrong with A&E.
But it was a good job I went, because they took because I'm allergic to anaesthetic, they put a thing in my hand and took blood.
Yes.
And found out that I actually have got a really bad infection that I had 2 years ago and that nearly killed me. So if I hadn't have got cactus needles in my foot, I would never have known.
Wowzers.
And been extremely ill.
Okay. You still...
That's escalated, hasn't it?
Well, no, but she should have waited till she got extremely ill before going to A&E. Is what I'm saying.
I died last time.
Sorry?
I nearly died last time.
Okay, but hang on. So what? You went to A&E with the cacti needles,
Yeah.
and what did they say? Stop wasting our time.
No, they wanted to operate to start with.
So, hang on.
How big are these needles?
They wanted...
About 3 centimetres long.
They wanted to operate to remove cactus needles.
Yes, they're so embedded in my foot, I can't get them out. So they would have had to have done a local anaesthetic and cut my foot open.
No. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, what were you doing walking on a cactus?
Well, I wasn't. What happened was I fell asleep on the sofa, and I've got a cactus on my end table next to my sofa.
Well, that's dumb.
Well, okay, yeah, all right. It's proven to be dumb, yeah.
I'd never do anything like that, but go on.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah. 44 years I've strode this earth. Not once has a cactus needle pierced my flesh. The only thing that's
You never
pierced...
had anything stuck in you that shouldn't have been.
No, I tell you what I've had stuck in my foot is... what do they call the porcupines of the sea? Sea urchins. I tried on a sea urchin, and it was absolute hell. And do you know what I did? Do you know what I did, Sally? I went to the hospital. No, I didn't. I sat on the sun lounger on the beach. I huffed.
Wept.
No, I didn't weep. I huffed and I puffed and I swore, and I got those bloody things out with sheer determination. Sheer determination.
All right, Rambo.
Yeah, I got them out. Went to the flipping A&E with
It hurt.
cactus needle.
I took the advice of a medical professional and I went to hospital.
Have you not got tweezers?
I do have tweezers and I spent hours trying to get them out.
Right, okay. Was it your right foot?
It is my right foot, yeah.
I thought so, I could tell. No, because it would have been harder to get them out with... You're right-handed, yeah?
Yeah.
So it would have been harder to get in the right foot with the right hand.
No, she does it like
Well,
that.
that's how...
The other half,
Yeah.
the other half's tried to get them out.
Looks like the enormous turnip.
What my mum would have done...
Yeah.
Is she would have... This is what you need, and this is how my mum used to get splinters out of me. It's the technique I still use. You need a pin, a safety pin. You get a safety pin, you burn it if you want to get rid of the germs. I think if it don't hurt you, it will kill you. No. You want a safety pin, and you just very gently tease it out. You might have to rip a little bit of the flesh, but just gently tease it out.
I know. I gave this advice to Vinny a couple of weeks ago, who called splinters shrapnel.
Right. What the hell is going on here?
That is a hospital job, shrapnel.
Yeah, shrapnel. Yeah. Go and see St John's Ambulance.
Anything wider than a finger.
You know shrapnel's named after a person, George Shrapnel. Absolutely, George Shrapnel. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Imagine your when you die, the one thing you're remembered for is giving your name to little bits of bullets that splinter and fly into your flesh. Imagine that. That's the thing. That's your lasting achievement, is naming that. Flippin' heck.
Could be worse.
Well,
it could be an iffy disease or something.
Yeah, it could be Terry AIDS.
So, can I have some advice, please?
Yeah, stop wasting hospital time.
Oh,
move your plants around.
Oh,
man up, man up, woman! For God's sakes. This is terrible!
Are they still in?
Yeah, all 5 of them, and they're like 3 centimetres, and they're bloody hurt.
Right, okay.
I can't walk.
Oh, you can talk though, can't you? I've got no idea. Are we on the air? Is this going out? Why didn't they remove them? Because they had like proper stuff to look after.
No, because
would it kill you if they were removed? Is it one of those ones where
they remove it and all the blood comes out?
I'm allergic to anaesthetic. I died on the operating table because I'm allergic to anaesthetic, and they didn't want to.
Could they not give you some whiskey or a stick to buy on?
It's got to be worth the risk, isn't it?
I was thinking.
Yeah, do that.
Listen.
Worth the risk.
No, go and soak. Here we go. Go and soak your foot in some warm water for an hour. So get a bowl of warm water, right?
Yeah.
Put it in front of you. Watch the telly. Soak your foot for an hour. That will soften the skin. You'll be able to get it out. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Dr. Hilary Jones.
That's a dad talking. That's what I do. That's what I do.
No, you would. You'd hold him down and pull it out.
I would do, actually.
So would I.
Tell me that's not good advice I've just given her.
I don't know if it's good advice.
Oh, you're such a... family-friendly show this evening. So that was call
It
number...
might work, it might work.
That was call number 12, 0344 499 1000. Here's the exciting thing. Call number 13 is going to be Nigel from Maidstone.
Start your engines, petrol heads, and don't miss the motor show. It's automotive for
Harry
the
Hayes.
people on your radio. Sportscars pickups 4x4.
I myself laugh with that.
His car
Terry
know-how
Hayes.
is stunning. Listen to Revved Up Andy J and get your motor running.
The Motor Show with Andy J. Expert car talk that doesn't use a sneaky gadget to improve
hell!
emissions. Tomorrow
I'm
afternoon
so tired.
on Talk Radio.
The late night alternative.
Good.
On Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
We're just laughing about how this is probably going to be the last show we do. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio. I'm Iain Lee. Catherine's over there. You can call in 0344 499 1000. We are playing a little bit of poker tonight to see how many calls we'll get over the 3 hours. Let's go through the numbers. Pablo, 25. Catherine says 17. I said 80. Paul in Stoke Poges, 118,118. Gatford, 18. He's quite an unoriginal thinker, is Gatford. Dean says 101. David Badcock says 32. Anthony says 40. Dom says 37, 38 and 39. Craig says 28. Eve says 49. Sally says 42. We've had 12 so far. We're also running a second game of how many times will Paul in Stoke Poges call up. He's called in 3 times so far. 0344 499 1000. You can call more than once this evening if you want, although I don't think we've had any repeat offenders so far. Let's go. Speaking of offenders, it's Nigel.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Nigel.
A new jingle for you.
I've got a jingle for you, Nigel.
Yeah. We could make another record together. Can't we make another record? So, do you want to know what it is? Anyway.
Yeah.
Hello to my friend Darren.
Hello, Darren. How many callers do
Darren who's listening.
Okay. How many callers do you think we're going to get tonight, Nigel?
Up till 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Another dozen, I suppose.
So we're on 12, so you're saying 24. That's
12,
not gone.
Maybe 12.
Well, so hang on. Are you saying 12 or 24?
No, 12.
Okay. You're caller number 13.
Well.
So you're out.
Another 12 on, anyway.
So that's 25.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges will call? He's called thrice already.
One more time.
So you think 4? Okay, no, those stats work. What have you got for us, Nigel? Those stats
I'll
work.
do this jingle. Would you be prepared to do another song with us for iTunes if it's good?
Yeah, sure, of course.
But I wanted to do one about Dolly Parton, as I'm a fan.
I've not heard from Dan for a while. Dan, the DC DJ. I know he's busy doing all kinds
to
of...
ring him or contact him on Facebook.
Well, I think he might have blocked
I think
you.
he's gone to Ibiza
No, he
forever.
hasn't blocked me. I just haven't bothered contacting him recently. but,
Okie dokie. Well,
musical differences.
We'll go something like, it's Dolly Parton, it's Dolly Parton. I listen to her records all day long. It's Dolly Parton. That type of thing.
oh, so exactly the same as Miley Cyrus, but with Dolly Parton in.
Different. Listen to her country records all day. We'll be different
Steady.
anyway.
Okay, well, go on then, sing it.
It's Dolly Parton, it's Dolly Parton. I listen to her records all day long. It's Dolly Parton, it's Dolly Parton. I listen to her records all day long. I like to watch the country songs and listen to her as well. I haven't made the words up properly yet, but anyway.
I'm just worried about you repeatedly saying the word country.
Yeah. Did you know that I'm related to Dolly Parton and Jedward?
Sorry?
I'm related to Jedward and Dolly Parton.
I did
on
not.
my mum's side.
I did not know that. Tell me how.
You didn't hear it. I was telling James well the other night. Well, on my mum's side, it is.
Yes.
Her name, my mum's mum.
Yes, your nana.
Mum's mum is the name that was related to Jedward and Dolly Parton.
Jedward and Dolly Parton.
Isn't that amazing? Because I heard Dolly Parton mention the name on TV.
It's almost unbelievable.
Yeah, and me doing songs for Miley Cyrus as well.
Hey, what do you think, Nigel? I don't know if you heard earlier on, because I know you listen to the show a lot. Someone called in saying that humans aren't real. We're just like... Have you seen the film The Matrix?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Yeah, he thinks that we're a computer simulation, like in The Matrix.
Oh, no.
What do you reckon to that?
No, certainly not.
Do you reckon you're real?
Yes.
How do you know you're real?
Well, I know that anyway.
Well, how do you know that I'm real?
Well, none of us really know, do we?
No, exactly. So how do you know that I'm not a figment of your imagination?
Well, we could be dreaming together. We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
We could be. We could be. It could be, or nightmares.
You can dream and not know that you're dreaming and think that it's
Well,
real.
okay. Well, supposing this is a dream.
It could, yes, but I don't. Well, obviously, I hope it's not.
Well, but it might be.
Mm.
And then what happens?
Dream on. Yes.
Okay.
What have you got for us tonight, Ian?
Well, for you,
You got me tonight.
I've got the cut-off button.
No, but yes. Well, have you got anything else to tell me?
You called us, Nigel.
I'm shattered too.
Oh, I've got some bad news. Hang on a sec.
Ian.
Really?
Because I did 40 miles on my cycling today, all day.
Where did you cycle to?
I went to Edenbridge.
Are you going to come to London on September the 3rd and play tag with us?
Yeah, that would be good. September the 3rd. Oh, that'd be Christmas time, yeah. Hang on. Yes.
Not quite Christmas time. No, Christmas is in December. December.
Near Christmas, anyway.
Well, nearer than now is.
September. Sorry, I was mixing that up with December.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when September's when my dad died. September the 3rd.
I thought it was December when your dad died. That's why you had trouble dating Christmas.
No, it wasn't. No, it was
September. Oh, misunderstood. Well, September the 3rd, we'll be playing, if it's not too emotional for you.
September the 3rd?
Hello?
Was it September the 3rd? Yeah.
What, that your dad died?
No, that you're having that thing on.
That we're playing tag? Yes.
Well, that's strange if it's on when my dad died.
There's nothing sinister intended by it. It's purely a coincidence, or is it?
And how would I get the train up there, do you think?
You would have to make your own travel arrangements,
Make
yes.
my own passage, yeah.
Sorry?
I have to make my own passage up there.
Okay, well, I'm sure that's something you could get sorted out while you were in London. That's,
it's just a pun there.
Well...
Anyway, so, yeah, I'm still looking at the Miley Cyrus video. She's doing quite a Cosmopolitan magazine. She's in doing photographic work. Have you seen some of the photos?
I bet they're a little bit blue.
They are. She's got sort of tight bikini things on, showing every part of her body.
And I think it's probably best that we say goodnight now. 0344. You right, Kath?
Yeah.
03. Got some bad news, guys.
They've cancelled Brexit.
Apparently so. We'll have more on that later. 0344 499 1000. We've had 13 calls so far.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
A new kind of talk radio. We'll get you talking.
Man, that Hypnos bed is comfortable. Time to get up, work to do. Shower, tick. Shave, tick. Dressed, next question.
I need to know whether
Time
he's
for
coming,
all
so
you
I
can
need
eat
to
brekkie
know
with
whether
the
I bring my
fella.
children.
Bacon, sausages and more bacon. Probably even some beans. Today is a big day. Because you are scaffolders. Whatever your story, this is a great place to start. Premier Inn. Premier You.
Breakfast prices and options may vary. Exclude certain occasions.
Saturday mornings. Caviar with Tomo, bubbles with Mers. But some cheeky blighters want to ruin it. This Saturday, Super 6 have $1 million of my cash to give away, and it's staying that way until it's won. Predict 6 correct scores and my million's yours. Bang goes my yacht on the Hartlepool Riviera. Soccer Saturday, Super 6. Your Saturday morning sorted. Mine ruined. 18 plus entries must be in by 3 o'clock Saturday. T's and C's apply.
This August, Macmillan Cancer Support needs you to brave the shade and help raise money for men, women and children with cancer.
I'm braving the shade for my mum to
silly
let her know I'm
competition.
here for
How
her.
many callers are you
I'm shaving my head to support people facing cancer. I'm braving the shave in memory of my grandma. I think she'd be proud of me.
I'm shaving my
Why?
hair to support my brother.
Whatever your reason for braving the shade this summer, you'll be doing something truly amazing to support people affected by cancer. So go on, sign up today at
That's the,
bravetheshade.uk and search Brave the Shade.
Wow.
There's no need to scream
He
and
can't
shout.
be real then.
If there's
He's
a
not
U-bend that needs straightening out,
There's a local hero for that. If your lights
Oh, go and look at his tweets! Go and look at his tweets! Go and look at his timeline!
Well,
Whether it's plumbing, heating, drains or electrics, we've got a local tradesman who can help. There's no call-out charge and all work comes with a 12-month British Gas guarantee.
He's died on me.
Local hero for that.
He's doing the barman's run and I was the starter.
Local.com.
Paul Ross Full Set Breakfast. on Talk Radio.
It is the very model of the Paul Ross Full Set Breakfast Show from 6 a.m. 5 days a week with everything you need to know. Sports and news and film reviews and showbiz goss and attitude. It is the very model of a Paul Ross Full Set Breakfast Show.
Start your day with the morning boss, the legend. That is me, Paul Ross. It is the very model of a modern full set breakfast show.
What?
Fast-talking breakfast radio that always hits the
The
right.
first annual Nigel from Maidstone's Dad's Memorial Tag Tournament.
On Talk Radio.
Radio.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Roger is suggesting we call the game of tag on the 3rd of September. The first... Can you read it, Kath?
The first annual Nigel from Maidstone's Dad's Memorial Tag Tournament.
I don't know if it's too soon. But it will certainly...
It's what he would have wanted.
We will be playing tag in Hyde Park on September the 3rd at 3 p.m. if you want to come. Kids are welcome. But just be aware, you know, that we will be playing tag and we ain't letting the kids off lightly. If they come, they're playing. But, you know, last time we had some children there and everyone was, you know, was respectful of the children, was gentle around the children, but still chased them as fast as we bloody well could.
They're the only ones I could catch.
The phones have gone mental. We've got 13 calls. We're playing call poker. Who's... Did we have a caller called Liam?
Not yet, no.
Why have I written Liam down? I meant to say Nigel. Isn't that funny? Maybe. Anyway. Okay. Let's go. We're gonna be a bit quicker with these calls now. Good evening, Tony. Hi, Tony. How many calls do you think we'll get tonight?
Tonight, I don't know. I'm just wondering how Stoke Gauges is going to do.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, it really is a very special evening tonight. So we need you to guess how many calls we're going to get between 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock, Tony.
How many you had so far?
You are call number 14.
I reckon you're going to get about 23.
23, it's not gone yet. And how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges is going to call?
Oh, blimey, hang on. I'm going to stick with the 5 as well.
Okay, we're going to go... okay.
Because the reason being, that happens to be my birthday in a few minutes, 5th of August.
Oh, does it? Hey, flipping it. What are you doing to celebrate your birthday, Tone?
The mates are looking at me, that's all I know.
Are they going to take you out and get you in a little bit of trouble?
No, I don't know.
You what? It is going to get mortal.
Listen, I'm watching out for the tar and the feathers, put it that way.
Hey, it just depends where they put the tar and the feathers, eh, Tone? Hey! As long as it's not on your penis.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, I want to say, basically, is keep up the good work, yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids.
No, I don't.
That laugh...
That's the best way to keep clean.
The best way to keep clean is to have a bath twice a day and don't do drugs.
Exactly. Exactamundo.
Exactamundo, Officer Fonzarelli. Can you do a Fonzie impression?
Fonzie?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. Hang on, I'm going to be 45 to... Hang on. Oh, this is a bit... You're the same age as me, they say.
Well, you're older than me.
Just.
Well, by about 10 months, so you'd be in a different year in school. Yeah.
Fonzie. Hey, it's so fun.
Right, Kath, you do one.
Hey.
I'll do a Fonzie. This is a Fonzie impression. Hang on, I'm going to do really good. I'm going to do the best Fonzie impression of all time. Okay?
Go on then.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the stage... Hang on a minute. I'm going to get ready for this.
It's taking a run up.
You're taking a run up for this, because this is going to be good. Hang on. Here we go. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing it. I'm about to do it now. I'm going to do it. No, I'm doing it. Here you go.
Drum roll.
E.
Oh.
the jukebox. I hit the jukebox.
I think Kath.
Oh.
I wonder if Iain. Sorry, I mean, see, that's what happens. I wonder if Stoke Pages could do it better.
But strangely, he's not on my switchboard at the moment. It's a very, very rare occurrence when I look at the switchboard and Paul and Stoke Pages isn't there. I don't know what.
Oh, that's it, yeah, okay.
That's the fella.
Yeah. I've been following you for a bit, like, so.
Sorry?
Not like that.
Okay.
But like, yeah. And I'm going to sign up for the game of tag as it goes, because that sounds like fun. And I know the rules. Not, you know what I mean, go easy on the kids and that lot.
It sounded really menacing the way you said that. Tony, I look forward to making you it on September the 3rd.
We'll see about that.
Happy birthday, Grandad.
Thank you very much.
Ta-ta, bye-bye, bye-bye. Now, John, don't try and own me in my headphones. If you wanna try and own me, open the microphone, and I will allow me to deconstruct your argument. Go.
I said that.
Here we go.
Happy Days was set in the 50s.
Yep.
This song, Beatles.
Yep.
Recorded in the 60s.
Okay.
So how could your Fonz have done that?
It's got a point now.
Well, you're chipping in as well.
He's destroying you, mate.
We're going twos up on me. Okay.
I'm holding John's coat.
Okay. Well, you guys may want to sit down for this. First of all, it's a 50s song, Chuck Berry, and I was working under pressure to come up with a song that I could play that was appropriate. Okay, this was the first thing I could find was rock and roll music. It's the Beatles. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They recorded it in the early 60s. So you got me there, John. You got me. You won. You won. Oh, hang on. Except Happy Days started in the 50s and went through the 60s, and there was an episode where the Beatles were actually in it in a hospital beds. So I accept your apologies, guys. Kath, would you like to apologise first? You're more used to doing it than John. He's still a novice when it comes to apologising to me because I know everything. So, Catherine, would you like to apologise first? John, you warm up, son. That's a good Fonzie impression.
I know.
But it's not. It's cute, but it's not cute enough. Just say it. John.
I'm happy to stand corrected.
Okay.
Was that episode before or after he jumped the shark?
Do you know what? I'm not totally sure of the chronology of it. I think it's No, I think it's after he jumped the shark. Because when he jumps the shark, isn't Richie watching on the beach? I think it gets a little bit hazy because it's a distant memory. But there was quite a few series when Richie left to join the army, go to Hollywood and make movies. And Chachi's character took over quite a bit. But yeah, the Beatles were very, very poor. I'm going to have to try and find it now on YouTube during the news. Very poor Beatles impersonators were in an episode of Happy Days.
Oh, so not the actual Beatles?
Of course not the actual Beatles.
Okay, my sorry back.
No, you can't have your sorry
I'm
back.
not sorry anymore.
Well, you should be sorry.
No.
He said that bit of music couldn't have worked. It could have worked perfectly.
That was the real Beatles.
Hey, there's a brilliant picture. Google this. I'll find it and I'll tweet it. John Lennon was a fan of Happy Days. Google John Lennon and the Fonz. There's a brilliant, brilliant picture. We've found it before of John Lennon on the set of Happy Days with Fonzie, Ralph Mouth, Potsy. It's such a good picture. And right, they all look amazed that John Lennon is on the set with them, but John Lennon's got the biggest grin because he's with the Fonz. It's the coolest photo. I'll find it and do a tweet. We need to rattle through some of these calls. Good evening, Foxy.
Good evening.
Foxy, your call number 15. How many calls do you think we'll get tonight, please?
Well, the last guest, did she say 42? I think 44.
44, okay. And how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges will call?
Well, he's already rung 4 times, so double that.
Okay, it's 3, but I'm writing down 8. Foxy, what you got for us?
Well, I've got the answer for that woman who had the cactus needles
Okay.
in her foot.
Oh yes, the NHS bed blocker. Yes.
Is this Dr. Foxy?
It could be, yeah. No, I don't think I want to mention his name too much.
Are you a medical man? Just checking.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't have my hog with me anymore.
Sorry?
No euphemism there.
Okay.
He had a motorbike, and he called it his hog. Is that right?
Dr. Fox.
I dare say.
He uses the same barber as me, Dr. Fox.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does. He absolutely
What
does.
What do you have when he sits?
He has a haircut.
He goes in and asks for the Iain Lee.
Go on, what you got? Because I want to raffle through these calls now.
You got to use glue. You've got to use glue to get the cactus needles out.
How's that work?
You got to use white school glue on your skin. It'll help peel out the majority of the glow kids, which is what they're called. Spread a layer of the white glue onto your skin over the top of the small cactus needles. Wait 5 to 10 minutes for the glue to dry, then peel off the glue, and then the cactus needles should come out of your skin. Apparently, what it should be.
Right. I know. Do you know why super glue was invented?
Oh, for wounds.
Yeah, for Vietnam. For soldiers in Vietnam, if they got shot up by Charlie, or cut badly by their mates who were high on psychedelic drugs, they would glue the wounds together. So while we can't in any way endorse this Foxy could be a pervert, it could be a murderer, it could be the glue murderer, where he gets women to glue their feet and then they get stuck to the floor and then he goes and murders them.
The lady catcher.
The lady catcher. So we can't in any way endorse what he said, but I reckon it sounds legit.
Okay with that.
Thanks very much, Foxy. Let's go to Liam. Good evening, Liam.
Ian, how you doing?
Liam, you're call number 16. How many calls do you think we'll get tonight?
I think 26, because there's a full moon.
Okay, and how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges will call?
I think 9.
Okie dokie.
He may be away to the loo, and then he's going to give it another go.
Okay, what have you got for us tonight, Liam? But Belfast, we're coming to Belfast soon.
I know, I'm really looking forward to seeing the show in January.
It's happening January 28th, I think. The tickets aren't on sale yet, but me and Catherine will be performing at the Green Room in Belfast. My first ever time in Ireland. Isn't that terrible?
Well, you'll be able to perfect that amazing Eiffel Tower impression.
Eiffel Tower. That's perfect.
Well.
Eiffel Tower.
No, you said Tower. I want to watch a film at the Eiffel Tower.
How about you?
I'm going to be honest, Liam. When it was Belfast, Why Don't You, I did switch off my television set and go do something less piss boring instead.
So did I.
Yeah.
It was really embarrassing.
Yeah, I just didn't.
Very good word for you, embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
I like anything with itty on the end of it, so probability. I like the way they...
Probability.
Community.
Here, Catherine, I've actually got an apology for you.
An apology?
Yes, I have had MS for the past year and I had to get a catheter fitted on Tuesday.
Oh.
And I was laying on the bed for 2 hours and I had my phone, so I decided to go on that app, Akinator. And
that was you?
Yes, I had Caffeinator. I thought, Kath, it's me. I wonder if I could beat it with Kath. But they now know who you are and they know about the rabbit hole, so I'm trying to get it out there.
Right, so what is this? This is a game where you have to... Is it like...
It asks you questions. You would get in to think of somebody in his head, and then you ask them questions, male, female, do you know them, and they can be real people or famous people, dead or alive, and then it'll guess it for you. But sometimes you can beat it.
What's this?
This game he was playing on his phone.
Oh, yeah, I've done that, yeah.
Yeah, it's
put me in there.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can also say,
yes.
This is my first time calling. I've actually, I got my diagnosis of MS last night, so today is like day one, and I've decided to just do stuff that I've never done before.
Mate.
I was ringing you guys, but Ian, I've been a fan of yours since LBC.
Well, listen, we're about to go to the news, Liam. Give us a call again, man, and thank you for that. And I'm sorry you got that horrible diagnosis.
I got the relapsing one, so it's the one that I have to choose.
Yeah.
That's the one I would have went for.
It's not. Listen, man, it's not a death sentence by a long stretch of the imagination.
But here, I'm delighted with your listening figures. And
Thank you, mate.
I've listened to you since 2005, and Kath, I love listening to you too. So I'm actually watching in Paris, so give us a wave.
Liam, I've got to go, mate. We'll speak soon. Give us a call next week. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. Tony and Dave, stay there. Come to you later.
Talk Radio. Listen.
What a nice round. What shit news to get. Bloody hell.
We'll get you talking.
Bloody hell. Sad.
Uber.
on Talk Radio. Work
Has
or not,
Kath
at the
left
touch
the
of a
bat
button.
signal on tonight?
Where to?
Feels
My
like
name
it, doesn't it?
I'm 34 years old, football lover, father of one. Before I became partner with Uber, I was working as a parcel delivery driver. When I became partner with Uber, I got more time for my daughter. I got more freedom, better life now. I have to be honest. So it did help me quite a lot. You know, I don't have to be there every day.
What a great show.
It's more professional.
16 calls so
Everything
far.
by app, you get to meet quite a lot of people. There are really funny people out there, especially at night time after 12. So it's really fun talking to them. I mean, when you're driving and when you talk to someone, time goes quickly as well.
Can I get... I need a wee.
I really enjoy it.
No, can I get a glass of cold water?
Work or not, at the touch of a button. Uber. Where to? Visit uber.com/driveuk to find out more.
The Sky Bet Super Boost window. From the 3rd to the 15th of August, there's 13 days of epic offers to kick off the new football season, where odds just get bigger and better. So check out the latest Soccer Saturday Super Boost. Fulham, Portsmouth and Bradford all to win was 5-1 and is now super boosted to 10-1 for new and existing customers. Sky Bet. That's betting better. 18 plus. Gamble.co.uk. Max bet applies. Odds may be subject to change. Minimum odds. Eligibility restrictions apply. When the fun stops, stop.
We all like to feel our money is safe. That's why an ordinary...
Hello, Periscopers!
I'm becoming an armour-plated, rivet-reinforced titanium clad piggy bank. And your money is just as safe too. Because should anything happen to your bank, building society or credit union, the Financial Services Compensation Scheme protects up to £85,000 of your money. Search FSCS Protected for more information.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
We are Talk.
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
Talk Radio.
From the Sky News Centre
I'm going to
at
play a
12,
song
a suicidal
out of here,
teenager
'cause I
will
need
get
to go for a
appropriate
piss.
care after the most senior family court
I'm gonna
judge
go
in
for a
England
piss
and
in a
Wales
minute.
says he
That's
felt
what I did
ashamed
hear from
at the
outside.
place
It's
You
nice
got
to hear it
that?
live.
Okay, just
The
make
NHS
sure
has
you
now
know
got a
what's
bed
going
for the
on.
girl after a hearing was told she could try to take her own life if a proper setting wasn't organised after she leaves detention. Sir James Munby wrote to several ministers. Barrister Simon Robotham, who acted on behalf of the girl, hopes the government takes note.
We looked not just across the whole of England, but Wales and Scotland as well for Bed for X. If that isn't a sign that something needs to be done by those in a position to properly fund these resources, then I don't know what is.
2 pilots and 2 police officers have been cleared of misusing a force helicopter to film unsuspecting naked people. A 5th man, a former police officer, had already admitted to capturing the footage
started,
using the
guys.
aircraft's powerful onboard camera. Ireland's Prime Minister's warned Brexit is the challenge of his generation. Leo Varadkar used a speech in Belfast to say time is running out to get a deal, and he wants to see big progress by later in this year. British holidaymakers flying home from Europe have been warned to arrive at airports with at least 3 hours to spare. It's because of big delays caused by new passport controls. Passengers have queued for hours at airports following the introduction of more stringent checks in the wake of recent terror attacks. Ruth Reid is one of those caught up in it.
Surprising, especially being sort of EU passport holders. You'd think that they'd have better provisions in place to enable people to get through quicker, and then sort of hear that people, arguing and fighting and things like that. You just think it just kind of puts a downer on having a nice breakaway.
2 teenagers and a pilot have been killed following a plane crash at a Swiss summer camp. A 3rd teenager was also seriously injured following the accident. And in sport, Mo Farah was the star night of the World Athletics Championships in London. The 4-time Olympic champion secured a first gold medal for Great Britain after retaining his 10,000-metre title. That's the latest. I'm Kate Holdsworth.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Lovely email from you. Me and Amani have been just emailing each other from time to time, filling each other on the blanks. She knows my kids love that song. She says, at some point when I get round to it, I'm going to record a video of me doing an acoustic version of that for your kids.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Isn't that nice of her? Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was getting some gossip on... I was getting some gossip about a certain
I know
somebody.
you were, so I want to hear it after.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. I can't say it on the radio. But good gossip about someone who's really unpleasant. 0344. But I don't want to sour the show with that tonight, because tonight we're having fun. 0344 499 1000. 5 minutes past 12. Isn't it funny? I was trying to explain the show to someone. Who was I trying to explain it to? I was trying to explain it to, I think, someone today when I was at Russia today. And they said, what do you talk about on the show? I said, well, it's not newsy stuff. Oh, it was a cab driver. That was it. It was a cab driver who drove me home. I said, it's not newsy stuff. We try and avoid that. And I said, here's the weird thing. My best ideas come in the first 3 minutes of the show. That, for some reason, is like the pina colada thing. That came in the first 3 minutes of the show. For some reason, there's something I really struggle to come up with ideas for a whole show. Before I've got a notepad and I write down things, and occasionally something will stick. But the best ideas happen in the first 3, 4, 5 minutes of the show, and there's some little switch goes off in my head that opens this little window of creativity and an idea. It's like a dumb waiter in my brain. And the first few minutes of the show, someone pulls it up and a little idea pops out, and I go, "Oh yes, this will do." And tonight has been that, where we had absolutely nothing for the show, so we're playing caller poker. How many callers will we get before 1 o'clock? We have had 16 so far. These are the stats. We've got. Flipping it, we've got 5 people queued up, ready to go, and I'm going to rattle through these calls now because I want to get close to 80. So we've had 16. We're 1 away from your 17, Catherine. You're out, I'm afraid.
Well, we'll see about that.
Pablo's 25, me 80, Gatford's 18, Dean's 101, Badcock's 32, Anthony's 40, Dom's 37, 38, 39, Craig's 28, Eve's 49, Sally's 42, Nigel's 25, Tony and Barnett. I thought it was Tony Bennett. I remember him calling in. 23. Foxy's 44 and Liam is 26. We've got a sneaky little game of... and we don't really bang on about this too much as it's illegal, but we are playing Paul from Stoke Poge's poker as well. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Dave. You are call number 17. This is Kath's number. If we don't take any more calls after this, Kath has won.
Yes!
Hello.
Hello.
I hope Catherine wins on this number, but I apologise if he doesn't.
Well, I can see 5 more calls after you.
But anything could happen to those people.
Well,
unless you'll just put the phone down. Straight
yeah.
after my phone.
Or unless you're completely enthralling that you stay with us for the next 42 minutes.
You might be about to win radio.
Well, I've got 3 good topics, so you never know.
I'll be the judge of that, buddy. First of all, Dave, how many calls do you think we'll get?
61.
61. And how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges will call?
13.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, go on, Dave. Let's hear good topic number 1.
I went for a bass guitar lesson today, as you do. Actually, that doesn't sound as exciting as I thought it was before I actually said it. But I know you're a big fan of music, so you might already know about this, but we were talking about chords. And apparently, there's one called the Devil's Interval that was banned in music.
Is that the one that makes women orgasm?
It's the one that makes people go crazy and, like, commit murder and do all weird things that people shouldn't do when they listen to music.
Yeah. And your thoughts on that are?
Well, just as soon as because I went in with this, I was learning this chord thing off YouTube,
yes. And
we were talking about diminished fifths. I only understand about every other word when I go for these bass lessons. So I was and he said, oh, it's like this chord sort of variant that was banned like 300 years ago in like classical music, and Black Sabbath have used it in all these metal bands like Judas Priest and stuff like that. And I know it's not true. I know it's all just
You should have asked him to play the chord.
Oh yeah, no, he did. He showed it me, and like it blew my mind because I'm still just learning. I'm still just sort of going for I think it's my 10th lesson or something like that. So it was kind of fascinating just to go. Oh, I didn't know. Cause I've heard all these. All these classic metal stories about, like, samples on Judas Priest records and all these different things. And I just never heard of it before, and I thought you might have heard of it as well, because I know you're a big fan of
Here's how dumb we are as people, right? Judas Priest records were played in court, blamed for a young man's suicide, because there were supposedly hidden messages saying, kill yourself, kill yourself. And Judas Priest, who are a bit of a limp metal band. I mean, they're famous because their lead singer came out as gay, and it was like a big what? There's a heavy and for about 30 seconds everyone went, oh my god, this is awful, and then they went, Oh, yeah, no, actually, it don't make no difference. I think it was more shocking. I think, hasn't the lead singer from Judas Priest gone completely bald now?
Yeah, he's a bald guy.
He had a big, poodle haircut, and now he's a slaphead, and I think that caused a bigger controversy.
And the second Judas Priest singer fact was that they based the film Rockstar on him, where they got a singer from a cover band to replace Rob Alford when he left the band. That's a kind of that's the other claim to fame.
Anyway, Dave, you said you had 3 interesting topics. Let's get the first one of those, please.
Well, unfortunately, I've blown one of them already. The second one, though, was a response that guy you phoned in was talking about language, creating the universe.
Talking about what, sorry?
On about.
Talking about what?
That guy you said about language.
Language. I thought you said wangwage.
About language and stuff like that.
I thought you said wangwage.
What on earth is wangwage?
I've got no. I'll show you later when the periscope's off. Yes, I remember. That was a fun call.
Yeah, well, I just thought, along the lines of music, you could have said to him, what about music? How is that?
That's made by Wangwage, though.
Yeah, well, it's my crazy accent there is, not from anywhere. I was actually accused on YouTube of having eubonics as part of my voice. I had to check it out because I didn't know what that meant.
And what does it mean?
It's kind of like
a
quasi-accent, for people who sort of come from another country and try to learn English, and it's sort of it's almost like a broken English type thing.
You sound Stokey to me. What's going on?
Yeah, well, that's what I am. I was born in Stoke, but what's really funny, I don't know if it's just when I'm on the radio or when I'm on YouTube, and every so often I put American inflections in the accent, and it's kind of all over the place. So they're like,
you sound Scouse to me. Dave, can we get the third point quickly? Because this is unprecedented here at Talk Radio. Take a picture of this and send this to the boss. We have got 4, 5, 6, 7 calls lined up ready to go after this, and not one of them is Paul in Stoke Poges. What?
My third one I really appreciate for you letting me just ramble on is, what's your favourite film about DJs or radio?
Oh, well, here's the one. That Oliver Stone one. Is it called Talk Radio?
It's not very good,
Boring. I thought that was awful.
I've always wanted to see it, but just never got around to it. That was on my list.
I tell you what's rubbish. I tell you what's bad. What I don't like about it, right? I like the premise and the story, and it's kind of very loosely based on something that actually happened. But all the bits when he's doing these rants on the radio, it's really obviously scripted, and it's really hard to act spontaneous, and make it feel like a spontaneous radio monologue. And if I were to make the film, look at me telling Oliver Stone what to do, I'd have got that actor and I would have filmed him for weeks, just improvising and throwing calls at him. And I think it would have made, because all the bits outside of the studio are quite good, but the bits when he's doing the radio show, I just thought, you're acting, mate. You can see the joints. And I can't think of, the best one, and I've not seen it for years, is Play Misty for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good, of course, Clint Eastwood. I mean, my favourite's Good Morning Vietnam, is the obvious choice, but there's a really cool, really good one is Psycho 4. That's based around the radio
Dave,
station.
thank you very much for that. Second time Good Morning Vietnam has been referenced this evening, Catherine. Do you know the first time?
No.
Coronation Street, Dev, acting drunk, he walks into the house and goes, "Good morning, Vietnam!"
Did he?
Yeah, he did. That's what he said when he came in.
Is it appropriate?
Well, right. Stop the music. We've got, so that's 17 calls. If we stop now, Kath's won. But we've got 7 more calls lined up. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to rattle through these. Thank you very much.
Talk Radio.
Join the Talk Nation.
Dial up and Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Saturday mornings. Caviar with Tomo. Bubbles with Merce.
That's
but some cheeky blighters want to ruin it. This Saturday, Super 6 have $1 million of my cash to give away, and it's staying that way until it's won. Predict 6 correct scores and my million's yours. Bang goes my yacht on the
That's the guy that I think is going to slam the phone down on me.
Saturday morning
I don't think there's nothing in there.
Mine ruined.
He's the guy that's going to slam the phone down
must
on
be
me.
in by 3 o'clock Saturday. T's and C's apply.
This August, Macmillan Cancer Support needs you to brave the shade and help raise money for men, women and children with cancer.
I'm braving the shave for my mum to let her know I'm here for her.
I'm shaving my head to support people facing cancer.
I'm braving the shave in memory of my grandma. I think she'd be proud of me.
I'm shaving my head to support my brother.
Whatever your reason for braving the shave this summer, you'll be doing something truly amazing to support people affected by cancer. So go on, sign up today at bravetheshave.org.uk or search Brave the Shave. Every match on Sky Sports and BT Sport.
It's weird they're taking
This
two
is
mics off.
football from Virgin Media. Cabled areas
What was
only.
that?
Search Virgin Media Football for more information.
The only toys I played with were building blocks.
Oh, yeah.
No great shock then when I got a job as a labourer. But I struggled to climb the career ladder on a construction
So what?
site.
So they're going to do Friday
Sort
evenings.
down
What else are
tools
they
and
going
joined
to
the
do?
Navy, where I picked up new ones. And started to build my skills, my confidence, a career.
Who?
I used to feed a cement mixer. Now I feed a crew of 300. As a chef.
Yeah. And he said they're doing Friday nights.
Matthew. Born in Edinburgh,
10 till 1.
made in the Royal Navy.
I imagine they stay where they are.
Start your journey.
Where?
Search Made in the Royal Navy.
The Sky Bet Super Boost window from the 3rd to the 15th of August. There's 13 days of epic offers to kick off the new football season, where odds just get bigger and better. So check out the latest Soccer Saturday Super Boost. Fulham, Portsmouth and Bradford all to win was 5 to 1 and is now Super Boosted to 10 to 1 for new and existing customers. Sky Bet. That's betting better. 18 plus. Gambleaware.co.uk. Max bet applies. Odds may be subject to change. Minimum odds. Eligibility restrictions apply. When the fun stops, stop.
Can you speak to her?
Cut. After hours conversation for the up all night generation.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee
On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The sound you can hear is me scratching through Catherine's name. She's out of the caller poker. You're still in for Paul in Stoke Poge's poker with 7. We've only had 3 calls from him. That's 17 calls so far. We've got until 1 o'clock to get it up to 80. So call number 18. This would mean that Gatford wins is Katia. Good evening, Katia.
Hello.
Hello.
I wasn't expecting myself to be there just right now. So
Okay, well then let's go to Matthew. Okay, he's not ready. Let's go to Darren. Hello, Darren.
Hello. 2 seconds.
What? No, okay, no, we'll come back to you in a minute.
busy.
Let's try Tony.
Was that me?
No. Let's try... Hello, good evening, Stuart.
Yes, hello.
Oh, here we go. Someone who's...
It's actually fine, yes.
Right, you are call number 18.
Yeah, I'm good, right.
No, hang on, 18. Do I count that as one call, or do I count all of those calls as one call each?
Well,
18,
let's
nine.
stick with Tony,
All right.
and then we'll probably end
This
up
is
going back.
well,
won't
this
we?
is Stuart. So okay. Hello, Stuart. You're call number 18.
Good, hello, yeah, do you want your numbers?
No, hang on, you're not. Katia, 19, 20, 21, 22. You're call number 22.
22.
There we go. So Gatford is out, and Tony and Barnett could be in if the next one is the last one. Good evening, Stuart. What have you got for us?
Yeah, you was on about that photo with John Lennon and Happy Days.
Yes.
I was thinking of another really cool photo. I don't know if you're going to rate this. You might rate it as a load of rubbish, but how about Sid James on a chopper smoking a pipe?
Oh, it's a nice photo. Yeah, it's a photo. Have you seen that one, Kath?
No.
Yeah, Sid James on a chopper. It's a photo very much of the 70s.
So if I Google Sid James and Chopper, that's what I'm going to get, is it?
Come up.
Let's hope
The
so.
chopper should come up. Yeah.
It might be something else.
Yeah, it's a lovely photo, very much of its time.
Got it.
It's good, isn't it?
Beautiful.
It's a lovely little photo, that.
That's all right.
I saw a woman riding a chopper yesterday, but it didn't have the gear stick in the middle.
Is that not a grifter?
No, it was a chopper, but it didn't have. They got rid of. She'd removed the gear stick.
It's dangerous, man.
Well, Stuart, how many calls do you think we're going to get tonight?
I'm in 38.
38. That's Dom has got that, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, 30. What you got there? 7, 8, 6.
7, 8.
36.
36. You can have 36. How many times do you think Pauline Stoke Poachers will call? Bearing in mind, he's
dropped off at the moment, anyway.
he's dropped off. He's called in 3 times, and no one's called 3.
Go 4.
Okay, you're sharing 4 with Nigel. Thank you for that, Stuart. Let's go to Pat. Are you ready? No, Pat's not quite ready, so that's 23. Darren, are you ready yet? No, Darren's not quite ready, so that's 24. So Gatford is out. Let me see. Tony is out with 23. Gatford is out with 18. 25 is Pablo. Pablo, you ready? No, Pablo's not ready. So that's
You've wrong us. Could you be ready?
because that's 25. So Pablo's out. We could make it to 80 if I'm using this. If I employ this technique, which and I'm aware that this technique makes dull listening, but it does mean that I would win. Let's try Katia.
Hello?
Yeah, are you ready?
Hello, yes?
Okay, you are call number 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You are call number 26. You are owned by Liam.
Bravo, Liam.
Okay.
Well done, you.
Wow, someone's been imbibing of the old opium pipe this evening.
No. Yes,
How many calls do you think we'll get tonight?
31?
Has 31 gone? No, 31 is yours. And how many times do you think Pauline Stoke Poachers will call in? Bearing in mind he's only called in 3 and he's not called in for a while.
Well, 4. No, 3. I think he is.
I think that's pretty sensible to say 3 because I'm sure he's passed out.
Yes.
Katia.
Yes. Well, first of all, I'm a little bit incensed that you said that Judas Priest is a limp band. Which
Very,
not true, not true.
very limp, limp music, attempting to be hard.
Well, God, you've never listened to Painkiller, obviously.
Painkiller.
Well, Painkiller? Come, that's the best ever
Right.
intro
Okay,
ever.
well, I tell you what, let's just see how hard Judas Priest are.
Yeah?
Here we go.
Crossing the road on a red.
Flicking the V's at a copper behind his back. Maybe buying fags for the kids outside Spa. They are breaking the law, breaking the law.
But forget about that song, which is not. It's cheesy. I accept. It's very cheesy.
Katia, their calling card is a song about them breaking the law, breaking the law. That's their calling card.
No. Well.
No. Oui.
Come on. Painkiller is a lot more well known than Breaking the Law.
Are you saying pink? Are you saying Pinkula, like Dracula, but pink?
Pinkula.
Anyway, and also, okay, let's forget about this now.
Okay.
Have you got? I want to know.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
I want to.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Right, okay, now I'm over this, but.
Making the love, making the love.
No. Do you?
I'm
know?
not. Can I just clarify? I wasn't. When I was saying making the love, I wasn't implying a making of the love that was illegal.
It was breaking the
I was not. That were two separate thoughts.
Comments.
I've broken the law, but that's given me such a rush that I've got to make the love. But I'm making legal love to a consenting partner of above legal age, and we are doing it indoors. And
not bothering anyone else.
No one else is involved. No one's watching. It's completely natural, completely normal. We're in love, but I have to confess to my partner afterwards.
That you've just broken the law.
I've just broken the law.
Okay.
And she says, "Well, I wish you told me that before we were making the love." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry." And she says, "Well, what was it you did?" And I said, I
Flipped the V's at a copper.
Flipped the V's at a copper 5 minutes after he walked down the street. And she said,
says, "Get your coat.
Pack your bags. Get out of here. You are not making the love anymore." And I said, "How about one more little time?" And she says, "I can't resist you when you speak like that." And we're making the love one more time. But then I have to go out and break the law. And I stabbed someone to death.
Oh!
Katia!
Yeah. Okay, you're not going to answer my question, so I'm not going to ask it.
I might answer it, though. I might answer it.
That's fair enough. No, I can dig that. Let's go to Pablo. Call number 27.
Hip, but I'd initially called to boost up the numbers, and then you had this cavalier attitude.
You've boosted it too much, buddy. You were 25, now you're on 27. You've been hoisted by your own petard.
Well, Cathy was counted twice. I would like that for a matter of record.
It's a matter of record, yes.
This is your second call, though, isn't it, Pablo?
Well, but Cathy was on...
Hello, it's too
too windy.
So let's go to call number 28, which is Jerry. Good evening, Jerry.
Breaking the law, breaking the law,
Yeah.
breaking the law.
Hang on. We can understand what Jerry says when he sings heavy metal. We found the answer. He just has to sing heavy metal to us.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. We care a lot. About the food that lie they pay, we care a lot.
You absolute pudding. It works, Jerry. We can understand you perfectly. We found the cure for Parkinson's.
Well, it's like...
Boys, they keep on calling me just down the road. That's all.
This is brilliant. We found a cure.
Cure for Parkinson's, sing.
Huh?
Sing, speaking so you can't see me now.
What are you saying?
Sing it.
We found the cure for... Hang on.
It works. It actually works. We've got...
We found the cure for Parkinson's. It's a good one. Sing a song.
It actually works, Jerry. This is the funniest thing.
Can't hear us. I've got a gobbledygook.
Huh?
Hang on.
I've lost it now, buddy.
I'll sing a song.
You don't have to. I don't. We don't have to. You don't have to. I don't want to humiliate you, but we can hear you significantly better when you're singing. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if anyone's done any.
Yeah, Gareth Garrett's...
Right, hang on a minute. You can't compare a stammer.
And what shall you play?
Shut up now.
Okay.
You can't compare a stammer with Parkinson's.
No, I know, but some of the problem is about breath control, isn't it?
I think he's
Breath control?
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
he beat me to
Jerry.
it. He beat me to it. I'm gonna write an article for the Lancet. Yeah, I'm gonna write a paper for the Lancet. Hmm? A thesis. A thesis. Bless you. We all fall down. Jerry, what have you called in for, mate? You are. Oh, first of all, how many callers do you think we'll get? You are caller number 2567. You're caller number 28.
69. 69, go for that.
Okay, thank you. And how many times do you think Paul in Stoke Poges will call?
7.
Okie dokie. What have you got for us, yeah?
I just wanted to say, so, how's your mum doing and everything? Because I've been serious on it. Since I can't get off saying, how's your mum doing again?
Honestly, Jerry, we're going to get recording of this and email it to you because it is incredible, isn't it? I'm not winding you up, but so you don't feel stupid.
No.
I haven't spoken to my mum for a while, but I'll pop along and see her next week.
You're a good boy for doing that.
I haven't been for a while. The only reason I'm going is because she's got a tax rebate, and that's my inheritance.
Get in there, boy, get it sorted.
I'll put it in the bank. I've got a debit card for her bank account, so I'll put it in. I'll take it straight out and buy lots of booze and fags.
And smoke it all in one night.
And make myself sick in the park. Thank you, Jerry.
Bye.
Ta-ta. Isn't that incredible? I mean, he was speaking better than he has done for a while, actually, anyway. But...
Clear as a bell.
The change was incredible, wasn't it? I'm gonna Google Parkinson's and singing. Because it must be about breath control, muscle control.
I think that's something about relaxation.
Yeah, isn't it? That is absolutely fascinating. Jerry, I hope you didn't feel we were taking the mick. I'm sure you didn't. But we'll do that again on a night when Jerry's been calling us a lot recently, and if I'm completely honest, I've struggled to understand him a bit recently because he's been a bit more wobbly. He's got Parkinson's, for those who don't know.
And the weather's been warm.
Yeah, the warm weather really knocks it out of people with Parkinson's and MS and things like that. But we'll try that again. It's like we could be... We found a cure for Parkinson's.
It's like the King's Speech all over again.
Isn't it just? Isn't it? Someone who's going to play me in the film? Someone young.
Brian Blessed.
Oh yeah, an absolute tit. 0344 499 1000. Matthew, Darren, Pat, Tony. Stay there. Come to you after this.
You've
You've watched the Cult
That was
TV
incredible.
show. You've seen the
I
controversial
mean, remarkable.
offer. You've read the best-selling book.
It
and
was
you've
sounding
drunk
better than he has done for a while, but
intoxicating aftershave.
absolutely
Now,
incredible.
Check out the Jerry Springer Radio Show right here only
I'm blown
on
away
Talk
by that.
Radio. Join me, Jerry Springer, live on tape from a coffee shop in Kentucky, and enjoy the very best after-hours conversation, recreation, and just a little caffeination. It's Tales, Tunes, and Tomfoolery on the Jerry Springer Radio Show this Saturday from midnight, only on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The late night alternative.
Jeff's made a poster for the first annual Nigel from Maidstone Stand.
The original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Jeff, you're a naughty man. If you're following me on Twitter, I've just retweeted it. Right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8. So this is call number 29. Good evening, Pat.
Hi.
Hello, Pat. You're call number 29. That means we say goodbye to Liam, who said 26, Nigel, who said 25, Craig, who said 28. No one, I think, said 29. How many... no one said 29. How many calls do you think we'll get before the end of the show, Pat?
36.
Okie dokie. All right, what have you got for us?
Do I win a prize?
Yeah, you win £1 million. What have you got for us?
Two things, Ian. Hello, Cass.
Hi.
Hi.
What's that noise in the background?
I've just been doing my feet. You know, one of those, this here.
Huh?
You know, one of those, like, brushes that gets off all the hard skin.
Oh, yeah, I like those.
I use it on my knees because I've got psoriasis.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I spit too much personal stuff. I was going to say that recently, you know, I've been going on Twitter and I got my first ever dirty message from someone that listens to your show.
Yeah.
Shall I read it to you?
Is it from... No. Is it from Alan Caddick?
What is that noise in the background?
Sounds like someone twanging.
Hang on, I'll take me...
Hello?
Is that better?
Yes. You've turned the noisy machine off. Yeah, of course it's better.
I'm sorry. Hang on. I have to put... It says this. Hi, Pat. Can you send me a pic of you? I need it for my something bank. Listening to your sexy voice in my head, you look like the bearded man from Finger Bobs
Yoffie.
and Brian Camp from Playaway and sometimes Play School.
Is this from Dr. Pam after your call the other night?
No, I think she'll be furious over that.
By the way, Pat, you may not have heard this, and everyone who's listening, keep stum. Don't tweet it. Don't tell anybody else about it.
Yeah, Pat.
We've got a mission for you.
Okay, what's that?
Kath, go on.
We want you to get on more programmes.
More?
Yeah.
Can I do Julia Hartley-Poor?
If you can do the whole run, there'll be a reward in it for you. We will reward
Can I
you.
come and co-produce the show with you one day?
No.
No. But you can come and...
No.
You can...
What?
You can have...
She did say, Ian, she said I could come in. She did
No,
say
she
it.
said come. She said you can come.
That's not difficult, Ian.
You can have a sleep...
Not now.
You can have a sleepover at Ian's.
No, you can't. You can't have any contact with us. But if you can get on every... I tell you what. All right, fine. If you can get on every show on Talk Radio, you can come in and sit with us. You can produce the show one night and co-host it. But you have to get... But you have to get on every single show.
And we want to hear the evidence.
Yeah.
What about I can't get on the UFO hour, you know, that one on Saturday night that no one listens to.
Why not?
Well, because it's pre-recorded. All the Jerry Springer pre-recorded.
Right.
Do I have to go all the way over to...
You have to go to a coffee shop and get a little bit of caffeination.
So I'll do that then. That's my mission. I'm accepting the mission, Ian.
Okay. Well, this phone call is about to self-destruct.
And it never happened.
Something's about to self-destruct as well here.
There we go. Here we go. Jay and Chloe have sent me something interesting. It's an article in Medical News Today. Singing improves Parkinson's symptoms and quality of life. It's a long old thing. So I'm kind of skipping through it. Voice impairments impact 60 to 80% of Parkinson's patients. Their voice can become monotone and display less variety in volume. There may also be a reduced vocal intensity and pitch and a harsh, breathy voice. Researchers at Iowa State University set out to investigate whether group singing could help relieve some of the voice symptoms of Parkinson's. The researchers found that after 2 months of singing, there were significant improvements in pitch duration, vocal loudness, and here we go, Kath, one for you, swallow control. Both groups demonstrated significant improvement in a maximum inspiratory and expiratory
That means breathing in and breathing out.
pressure, as well as phonation time. Other voice measures improved, but not to a statistically significant degree. With people singing addresses... Well, OK, well, thank you very much indeed. So there is something in that. So we're clever like doctors.
Yep.
So this will be call number 30. 30. Tony, good evening, Tony.
Oh, yeah, hello, this is Tony.
Hello, Tony, yes?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I've got a little bit of a cold.
OK, Tony.
So if my accent is slipping, it's because I've got a bit of a cold.
So if your accent is slipping, it's because you've got a bit of a cold, not because you've chosen an accent that's difficult to maintain for a phone call.
Yes.
OK, good. I'm glad we've cleared that up.
What number are we on?
You are caller number 30.
Right. Are people allowed to ring in twice?
Yes.
That cold's terrible, isn't it?
Isn't it? What? How many callers, Tony? What did you say? Your name was Tony, yeah?
Yes, from somewhere.
Okay. How many callers do you think we'll get tonight, Tony?
Well, I'd like to say 35.
Okie dokie, I'm just checking that 35 is still... So 35 is yours, okay. Oh?
That nasty cold.
Yes, it's a lot of it going around. Is it that?
Lots of phlegm.
Oh. You're not driving, are you, Tony?
I was yeah.
You were driving earlier, were you?
Yes.
Is it phlegm or ectoplasm?
All right, I'll come clean.
That'll be a first.
Can I? But I mean, what, we're on 30?
Yeah, and this is David Badcock, and you've said 32.
So I've got. Please don't accept any more than 32. There's a prize in it for you.
For us?
Yes. Nobody's offered that right yet, have they?
No, what do we get?
A coffee with me on the 11th of August when I'm in London.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, you picked 32, right?
Yes.
So, hang on a second. Stay there, Tony. Darren?
Ian, how fast? It depends how fast you go. I'm going to go 37.
Okay, right. Well, you're call... Right. Yes, you're call 31.
I use the maths.
You use the maths?
I love the maths.
Well, the law of averages, right? I've got the other point to make.
Yeah.
Do you know the Judas Priest thing?
Yes.
Breaking the law.
It was class, when I was at school, you understand. Do you know when, at the end of the term, I was in music, right? So the teacher told us to bring any tape in and play it in, sort of, and express ourselves afterwards. Well, there was one person, he was a good lad, not naming, but he was long-haired, and do you know the Judas Priest thing?
Keep it going.
Well, he played it, right? The music teacher played it, and nobody expected him to do, because he was a quiet lad, and he just bounced his head off the table to the Judas Priest table, thing, and played the guitar. And the whole of the class, they were sniggering, but it was a really quirky thing that happened then, because nobody else did. But he obviously loved Judas Priest.
Right.
It was weird. Right, so anyway, so what's the Nigel, the thing with the other number because I'll tell you. I've got that one. What's the other one?
Keep going. What's your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, Ian, I've been listening all night, but the memory is. Well, I'll go 13 and 37.
No, your earliest childhood memory.
Oh, Ian, I know that. I understand that, you know. But just bear with us, God's sake.
Oh, Ian.
37, and he's not going to get any more than 14, is he?
No. No. What's your earliest childhood memory?
Right, I'll go. That's got nothing to do with the call. My earliest childhood memory was getting. No, it's all right.
Two idiots arguing with each other.
It was at the age of 1974, having been nose
At the
taken
age
off
of
by a
1974.
dog, right when.
It's 1:45.
Wasn't the greatest childhood memory, but I love listening to the show now, but I'm every time I'm on for 10 minutes, I can't remember what I'm going to say, man.
No, you can be on for another 15 if you like, Flower. give me. Well,
that not taking up to what I think. So.
No. Help Uncle David. I'll give you a present.
What present will it is?
Anything you like. What would you like?
Just to be able to get and listen to on the radio next week, without being condescending, because you're great, but you're great, Ian, but I don't know. I just like to have a lovely conversation next week.
With me?
What do you mean?
Me or Ian? Sorry. 033493336 ringing if you like. It's me, Iain Lee, on Talks Radio.
Oh no, stay on, man. Ian, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not going to cut you off. I've got my finger hovering over the button. No. Kathleen, what's your favourite thing from Manchester? Oh, I like Eccles cakes. Right, lovely. That's great, Kathleen. Right, over to the producer.
Can you put these two ads together and we'll just finish it early? Is that all right?
Oh, no, it's still... What's your name? Christ. What's your name, caller? Where are you calling from?
We're from Newcastle.
Ian? No, David, what's your name? Darren? Peter? Oh. Stay with me. If you could turn the radio down, please.
Thank you. Who's that?
What's your name and where are you calling from? It's Ian from Talk Radio. 13349 1678.
You're talking... Okay, I've been put straight to on there. You're talking about Judas Priest, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, they're rubbish.
Okay, right. Did Julius Priest fix your car from Halfords?
So first of all, what's your name and where are you coming from?
I'm Paul from Stoke Poges.
Oh, Paul, you're a bugger. You've ringing what number's this then? How many times have you been ringing in? 4.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a painkiller, aren't I?
Oh, you've given me such a headache, Paul. What number? How many? I've got a guitar. I bet you can't guess what guitar I've got. It's a Gibson. Don't leave me now, Paul. I think Paul's gone all 3349. Talk Radio. What's it? Julia Anthony Brewers. Not very good. Who's this?
Is it me?
Hello. Yes, welcome you through. I've put you through. Where are you from? Where are you calling from?
Is that David Babcock?
No, it's Iain Lee. Oh, Christ, I've just realised I've gone over 32.
Yeah, what number are you on now then, Mr. Iain Lee, if that's so-called name?
It's 34.
There's no point pretending anymore. Oh, Jesus.
You made a right catch of that, haven't you?
I got carried away. What is this then? Are you doing is this the autobiography guy?
Hey, well done, yeah, it is, yeah. I'm the one that's got 37, 38, 39, and I reckon we're pretty close to them, so if I keep talking, then I think I won.
Go ahead with it, then I'll guess it. You're going to guess it, Kathleen. Yes, you're right. Oh. Go on.
Kathleen sounds so much sexier these days, have you noticed?
Eccles cakes. Show him my Eccles cakes if you're not the cute. Pardon. I've been washing my pussy before I came up. Oh,
David. Give me a page number, David.
It's just discussing himself.
You would.
Jerry.
Oh, Nigel from Maidstone. Okay, quickly. It's in your best interest to talk about it now, and we could add it onto our interview. I couldn't believe what was happening. Does that mean they know all about it when they spoke to me yesterday? Have they deliberately left it until the 11th hour to get me in a corner? I need to speak to my agent. Fine, I'll call you in 15 minutes. I rang John Knoll, no answer. Frantically tried James Herring. He's not there either. My phone rings. It's Neil from the News of the World. I sobbed and sobbed. Please don't do this to me, please. You've got to talk to us, blank. What have you got? I cried. You were in the back of a cab with someone called Jason, and you stopped to buy some gear. You paid for it. You bought drugs. Oh my Christ.
It's Russell Brand.
It's not Russell Brand.
Oh. Is this a comedian?
It's a female. The swearing is off character everyone. Look, I spotted that. So what do you want me to do? I asked desperately. We need to add this into your interview. We've already written your answers. What do you mean? We've written your words. What? I've not said anything to you about it. You've made up my answer as if I've talked to you. Yeah. So I'm going to read it to you now, and you can say yes if you want, if you think that sounds reasonable. Oh my bleeping God.
I'm disheartened because I lost the game, but I'll carry on.
I have no idea what number we're up to.
Oh, we've probably gone past yours, actually.
I'm thinking we've not even reached my numbers yet, and me talking and wittering on like this is not really helping my cause. So
well, you've got about 7 minutes until they do the news jingle.
Hello?
Who's this?
Hello?
Oh, it's changed again. I'm in some kind of nightmare here. Sorry, what's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on Talk Radio 13396 and all the rest of it. You're right, Kath. I'm alright.
John from Stevenage.
Hey, John, what can we do for you, fella?
I just want to speak to you, really.
What's about?
What's about?
No.
Right, I was actually hoping to speak to Iain, but
I'm not in. I'm just a man alone in his flat on the phone. I've got absolutely no power in that department, sadly.
No, I know. I can, yeah. How's your day been?
Well, it was good until about 5 minutes ago.
I love it.
I'll tell you what I did today.
What did you do?
I successfully cleansed from top to bottom.
You did not.
I looked in every crevice.
Even in between your toes?
Between the toes, between the thighs, between the goodbyes and the winky boos, everything.
What about your pee hole?
Oh.
I beg your pardon?
Your pee hole?
It's a necessity to clean your pee hole. I've never been told that.
What? I do.
You mean to say that you clean your pee hole?
With a Bic biro.
Ah!
With a what biro?
A Bic biro.
I wish I had a dumb button, because I think you've done a swear there. You clean your pee-pee hole with a swear word biro? Oh, he's gone now. Oh, who's this? Hello?
How do?
I feel like Ebenezer Scrooge.
36. Stuart one.
Who's this
good?
now? Hello?
Hello?
Who are you?
I am me. Who are you?
Oh, I'm David Babcock. But I wish I wasn't.
He's saying Badcock now.
Wow, you're a lovely man, David Babcock.
That's very kind of you. What's your name? Where are you coming from?
It's just a man having a breakdown.
Pablo, I was just hovering over a complaint to Ofcom because I think this whole number system has been slightly mismanaged. So I'll be willing to completely delete the email if I can give another estimation as to caller numbers.
You can do whatever you like, Pablo. Anything's fine by me.
All right, I'm shutting down the station. Everybody's fired.
No, I don't mean that. I mean you can guess a number.
What are we at?
Christ knows.
We need an official adjudicator, surely, otherwise it's...
Well, I'm the official adjudicator. I'm going to say we're on 31.
Right. I'm going to say 37. Is that taken?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to say no. So Pablo's in at 37. So there's two guesses. There's David Babcock, 32, and Pablo at 37. We're currently in call number 31, and it is 5 to 1 a.m.
I feel I've undersold myself.
Well,
Sorry about it.
David, that was 36 calls with 50 seconds left of the show and no one else on the switchboard. So 36 means that Stuart is the winner, David.
31, actually.
You were just making up numbers. I've been keeping a tally. There's your actual tally. I'm showing you. It's 36. Excuse me. Make that 37. Good evening, Foxy.
Yes, I'm adding to the calls. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you very much indeed. It's 37. In literally the last 15 seconds of the show, is anybody else going to call in? Otherwise, it is Dom's prize at 37 going once, going twice. The winner with 37 calls is Dom. What a load of rubbish.
Job we have.
That was funny, man. That was a funny one.
All right, Murph.
Oh, we had nothing.
Dom wins.
I love the fact. I've been trying to think for a while of how we do another counties thing, because that was fun. And that
As a manager, were you? Walsall didn't exactly hit the heights.
There's the stuff I can't think of that stuff until we're in it.
Is it weird?
I love the fact they go for it, though.
Go head to head with your mates in our prize leagues. Let them.
Thank you, Periscopers. That was a good one tonight.
Free Sky Sports Fantasy Football app now. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, we're off because we're both tired. No.